our esteemed resource person, Dr. Shivram Garje sir, Dr. Madhav Rajawade sir, Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir, and Dr. Tukaram Shivare sir. I request all of you kindly be seated. A very warm welcome and regards to all the dignitaries and management representative from the esteemed colleges of Mumbai's western suburbs. On behalf of Chetana College and Chetana Education Trust, I, Dr. Jyoti Pawar from the Department of Commerce, would like to welcome our respected dignitary, Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Mumbai, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni sir. Our esteemed resource person, Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir, Dr. Shivram Garje sir, Dr. Tukaram Shivare sir, and our President of Chetana Education Trust, Honorable Shri Datta Hardankar sir, CEO of Chetana Management Institute and Research, Dr. Madhumita Patil madam, I'm also pleased to welcome our college principal, Dr. Sanjay Jagtap sir, for this 2-day sensitization workshop on National Education Policy 2020, jointly organized by University of Mumbai and Chetana's Hazarimal Somani College of Commerce and Economics, Srimati Kusumtai Saudhari College of Arts, under the aegis of Malviya Vision Teachers Training Center, UGC, MMTIC, and RUSA. To begin the workshop, may I request all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais to stand for the national anthem, followed by Maharashtra Geet and University Song.
सह्याद्रीचा सिंह गर्जतो शिवशंभू राजा दरी दरीतून नाद गुंजला महाराष्ट्र माझा जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गर्जा महाराष्ट्र माझा काळ्या छातीवरी कोरली अभिमानाची लेणी उन्हात शिजला विठ्ठलाच्या घामाने भिजला देश गौरवासाठी झिजला दिल्लीचेही रक्तगामी महाराष्ट्र माझा जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गर्जा महाराष्ट्र माझा जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा यदि स्यात् युवा राष्ट्रकर्तव्यनिष्ठा समानेकतत्त्वं हि लोकत्रयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् इदं सुन्दरं मन्दिरं शारदाया मुम्बापुरी विश्वविद्यालयम् वन्दामहे भारतं पूजनीयं स्वदेशात् परं नास्ति देवालयम् वन्दामहे भारतं पूजनीयं स्वदेशात् परं नास्ति देवालयम् अत्र एव सर्वे प्रतिष्ठापयामो ममत्वेन सार्धं समत्वं नयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् इदं सुन्दरं मन्दिरं शारदाया मुम्बापुरी विश्वविद्यालयम् कलाशास्त्रवाणिज्यशाखा विरूढा अमूढा विमुक्ता विहङ्गा वयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम्
Thank you all. Kindly be seated. Now, I would request our honorable dignitary, respected Vice Chancellor, University of Mumbai, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni sir, our esteemed resource person, Dr. Shivram Garje sir, Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir, and Dr. Tukaram Shivare sir, along with our management representative, President of Chetna Education Trust, Shri Datta Hardankar sir, CEO of Chetna Management Institute, Dr. Madhumita Patil madam, and our principal, Dr. Sanjay Jagtap sir, to inaugurate this 2-day sensitization workshop on National Education Policy 2020 by lighting of lamp, followed by floral tribute to founder, President of Chetna Education Trust, respected late Shri Madhukar Rao Chaudhary sir, former Education and Finance Minister, Government of Maharashtra, and ex-Speaker, Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. Floral tribute to President, former founder, President, Shri Madhukar Rao Chaudhary sir. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please be seated. Now I would request President of Chetna Education Trust, respected Shri Datta Hardankar sir, to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Mumbai, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni sir, with shawl, shrifa and a plant sapling. Thank you, sir. Again, I request President of Chetna Education Trust, Shri Datta Hardankar sir, to welcome our resource person, Shivram Garje sir. Hardankar sir to welcome Shivram Garje sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request CEO of Chetna Education, Chetna Management Institute and Research, Dr. Madhumita Patil Madam, to welcome Dr. Shivare sir from Wilson College. Dr. Shivare sir from Wilson College, Director of Education. Thank you, sir. Yes. Again, I request Dr. Madhumita Madam to welcome Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir, resource person of our today's session. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Now, on behalf of University of Mumbai, I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni sir, to welcome the President of Chetna Education Trust, Dr. Shri Datta Hardankar sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I request our former in-charge principal, Dr. Tanuja Koli madam from Department of Sociology, to welcome Madhumita Patil madam, CEO of Chetna Management Institute and Research. Thank you, madam. Now I request the coordinator of NAP in Chetna College, Dr. Surendra Jadhav sir, to welcome our principal, Dr. Sanjay Jagtap sir, with a plant sapling. and Shal and Shrifal. Thank you all of you. Thank you all the dignitaries. Now I would request the respected principal of Chetana College, Dr. Sanjay Jagtap sir, to give a brief insight on the workshop theme.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra Kulkarni sir, Dr. Shivare, Dr. Bambardekar, Dr. Shivram Garje, our President Sri Datta Haldankar sir, our motivation and spirit, the CEO of the RK Institute and CMR Institute, Srimati Madhumita Patil Madam, all the principals of suburban Mumbai, all the trustees of the various colleges and the representative of the various colleges. First of all, I thank the University of Mumbai, Honorable Vice Chancellor, who has given me opportunity to conduct this workshop of sensitization of NEP 2020. And since long 2 years, we are working on this NEP policy, and Honorable Vice Chancellor is the key member of this framing the NEP in the state of Maharashtra. And he has taken a lot of pains, lot of consultation with the exim bodies, and lot of homework has been done. So credit goes to Professor Ravindra Kulkarni sir to execute the NEP in the state of Maharashtra. All the autonomous college, the Mumbai is the leading city who has the maximum autonomous colleges who have implemented the NEP last year. And this year, University of Mumbai affiliated colleges have started the NEP. So it is a very great feeling and a great honor for the Chetana family. And today we have the August gathering for this NEP workshop, and all my staff members, they have taken the pain from last 1 month from registration to today's fruitful day. And there are the 3 companies we have actually helped to success this workshop, because today we have more than 1200 registration with me, and unfortunately our auditorium is under repair, and it is a very big challenge for me. And so this is the company Giken from the Gurgaon. So they have provided the live streaming in all the classrooms and the facility, and with the camera and all these things by the Giken company. So thank how they can help the NEP implementation, how they can support the technology in the execution of the NEP. And second company, the Step Computer, is from Goregaon, also provided the facility for me. And the third one, the Hyderabad company, who is prominent in the blockchain. And he has also supported this workshop on behalf of the University of Mumbai. So how the digitization of documentation takes place, how the security is there, and how it can be helped out. So thank you all those who have directly, indirectly helped to success this workshop. And on behalf of Chetana family, I welcome all the dignitaries as well as all the trustees, all the principals of the suburb to listening the deliberation of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, before we actually begin with the session, here are a few instructions. First, the resource person will be presenting, followed by the question answer session. Question slips will be distributed to the participants through our volunteers. Participants are requested to scan the QR code to record their feedback and avail the e-certificate. So let us begin with the session. Respected Vice Chancellor, University of Mumbai, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni sir, will address this NEP 2020 sensitization session for college management members and principal. Sir, it's my privilege to introduce respected Vice Chancellor University of Mumbai. Okay. Okay. So I request Vice Chancellor Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni sir to begin with the session.
आजच्या व्यासपीठावर उपस्थित चेतना ट्रस्टचे अध्यक्ष श्री दत्त हलदणकर सर, या चेतना ट्रस्टच्या सीईओ मधुमिता मॅडम, या कॉलेजचे प्राचार्य आणि माझे मित्र प्राचार्य संजय जगताप सर, द रिसोर्स पर्सन फॉर दिस वर्कशॉप, फॉर्मर फायनान्स अँड अकाउंट्स ऑफिसर ऑफ युनिव्हर्सिटी ऑफ मुंबई बांबर्डेकर सर, आणि दुसरे रिसोर्स पर्सन प्राचार्य गर्जे सर, डीन सायन्स अँड टेक्नॉलॉजी युनिव्हर्सिटी ऑफ मुंबई. सर्वप्रथम, बिफोर आय बिगिन विथ माय स्पीच फॉर दिस सेन्सिटायझेशन पार्ट, लेट मी रिमेंबर लोकनेते मधुकरराव चौधरी. तसं माझी कर्मभूमी जे मुंबईला मी 2016 जरी आलो तरी माझी प्रायमरीली कर्मभूमी खानदेशी आहे. 22 वर्ष I served as a faculty at KBC North Maharashtra University, जळगाव. त्यामुळे लोकनेते स्वर्गीय मधुकरराव चौधरी सरांनी जे काम केले त्या भागात आणि जो शिक्षणाचा त्या भागातला जो पाया रोवलेला आहे तो खूप सुंदर आहे. आणि खरं म्हणजे महाराष्ट्रालाच त्यांचे एक शिक्षण मंत्री म्हणून त्यांनी केलेलं कार्य खूप चांगलं परिचित आहे. त्यांनी शिक्षण मंत्री म्हणून जे काम त्यावेळेसच्या ज्या पॉलिसीज ज्या केल्यात त्याचा आज आपल्याला एक सुंदर त्यावेळेस त्यांनी लावलेलं रोपटं त्याचा आता एक सुंदर वटवृक्ष झालेला महाराष्ट्रात आपल्याला दिसतोय. त्यामुळे लोकनेते मधुकरराव चौधरी त्यांचं त्या काळातलं जे कर्तृत्व आहे आपण त्यांना त्यांच्या कर्तृत्वाचं अभिवादन करूनच लेट अस बिगिन विथ दिस वर्कशॉप. आणि एक चांगली गोष्ट आहे की म्हणजे द सेन्सिटायझेशन वर्कशॉप इज ऑर्गनाइज्ड हिअर इटसेल्फ, वेअर द एंटायर चेतना ट्रस्ट लेड कॉलेजेस आर फाउंडेड बाय हिमसेल्फ ओनली, लोकनेते मधुकरराव चौधरी. आणि कॉंग्रॅच्युलेशन्स टू मॅनेजमेंट ॲज वेल एज प्रिन्सिपल जगताप सर फॉर taking up a key role in inviting the faculty members, the principals, the management, the industry representatives, the NGO representatives, non-teaching staff representatives, so that this NEP sensitization workshop will really fulfill its objective of reaching to the masses. And that is in fact what the purpose with which the University of Mumbai is conducting series of workshops on a regular basis. Today, in fact, while this workshop is being conducted at at Chetna College, simultaneously 2 more workshops are being conducted, one at Bhavans College, Girgaon, and another at Birla College, Kalyan. Prior to this, we had many workshops which have been organized in the Konkan region as well as Palghar region. And this has been a 4th series of workshop. In different series of workshops, we have tried to reach the faculty members in order to sensitize them in reference to NEP. We tried to reach the principals of different colleges so as to keep them aware the various administrative and infrastructural configurations that they may have to take up for smooth execution of NEP. We try to contact and connect through School Connect program to the principals of different schools as well as vice principals of the junior college connected to senior colleges, so that they would be made aware about what are the changes that are being facilitated under NEP implementation, so that they can pass it on, those changes, to the students at 10th standard and 12th standard, who are our future stakeholders in implementation of NEP. So roughly 1,200 junior college teachers, junior college principals and school principals were trained in that perspective. Around 25,000 school students were contacted, connected through NEP sensitization workshop. Around 4,000 teachers representing different colleges under University of Mumbai jurisdiction have been trained, sensitized with reference to different aspects of NEP. And of course, through lead college and cluster system, we are contacting all the principals of the 874 colleges throughout, so that they are being updated on a regular basis as far as the various aspects of NEP which are being implemented. Now, in present speech, since the gathering involves representatives from industries, the representatives from management, and representatives from the principals. So I will just try to present the perspectives of NEP which are connected to the industry stakeholders, which are connected to the governance and management, and naturally in the last with reference to the principals of the colleges. Friends, this has been a second phase of NEP implementation, which is being conducted all across non-autonomous affiliated colleges of entire Maharashtra state. In the first phase, we have implemented NEP at autonomous colleges and university campuses, and we tried to understand the implications of in terms of benefits as well as in issues with reference to implementation of NEP across all these autonomous colleges. Maybe the sample size may be low, but it was fairly representative. Around 150 autonomous colleges participated in the first phase, and after realizing the benefits and probably some issues also, we tried to resolve those while undertaking implementation at large scale all across affiliated non-autonomous colleges throughout Maharashtra state. All those issues have been sorted out on a regular basis by NEP steering committee through contact with different stakeholders, through sensitization with different stakeholders, understanding the experimentation that the autonomous colleges have conducted so far, and probably looking at those experimentations of what was right and what is wrong with reference to philosophy of NEP. Okay, the connected connected reforms were facilitated. Now let us start with the industry perspective to begin with. Friends, one of the key target of national education policy is to present students with right skills, right mindsets, right employability perspective. And at the same time, they are supposed to be prepared in such a way that the day one they would be joining industry, they would be trained with a right mindset, right attitude, right approach, and right skills, so that from the day one they would be really useful for the industry for which they have been selected. That's the primary target with which we are looking for. Probably what was the missing earlier and what is being incorporated right now from industry perspective. So let me elaborate on that. So primarily what we have seen while undertaking implementation of curriculum, we have seen that the students are probably well aware of the fundamentals connected to the discipline which they are learning, but probably the skills that is being required for an implementation, they were lacking on that. They may not have a right exposure, and they may not have a right orientation so as to take up that fundamentals in taking up it right direction. Normally our focus was more on learning to know. That was the primary focus of all curriculum which was implemented, but learning to do something that was missing from our curriculum. Of course, that was embedded, but somehow in implementation that was really missing. And that is where we have focused as far as 3-year or 4-year educational reforms that are connected to arts, commerce, science. Primarily I'm confining myself to the educational reforms in line with NEP, mainly for arts, commerce, sciences. I know that there are few principals coming from the management background. Maybe some of them maybe from MCA or other background. For them, like for management, for MCA and engineering, we are undertaking a separate sensitization workshop because we have designed even a curricular framework for management as well as in engineering as well as in Master of Computer Applications, which is being shortly released all across, and then separate sensitization on that part will be undertaken with principals of the concerned professional colleges. So I'm primarily confining myself for arts, commerce, science educational reforms only. So when we are looking for example, when I'm looking for a physics student or an electronic student, if we ask for the certain skills, let us say with reference to circuit design, let us say with reference to the electronic gadgets, either their repair or maintenance, we do understand that the BSc graduate holding either specialization in physics or electronics really do not have any awareness or any idea on handling those. Primarily because they were not trained in having skills connected to the electronics gadgets which they were supposed to handle after taking up the job. In current context, or looking at in humanities, or let us say commerce, if a commerce or account student goes to a bank and starts working on the accounts practices, say what is probably lacking in an observation with reference to commerce and account student, that they do not have a right awareness on taking up even a simpler software like Tally. They may not be aware of the quantitative techniques which are essential for best account practices. Okay, that was really essential. Or for taking up in humanities also. Taking up even a language. Say for example, while a Marathi student is well trained while pursuing BA in Marathi, while they are well trained as far as literature aspects are concerned, but if they have been asked, let us say like being a scholar in Marathi, can you write a write script either for a drama or for a cinema? Do they have that right skill or orientation? That was lacking completely. So it was thought that it is while you are talking about the core subject, which is the focus of the degree, let us train them in the vocational skills which are connected to their discipline. And that is how, my dear industry friends, okay, we have tried to embed the corresponding skills. We have identified what are the necessary skills which probably they would look for while taking up an employability, while taking up a job. And accordingly, the curriculum on those vocational skills, that is of 12 to 16 credits, have been designed and incorporated in the curriculum. And that is how we expect the students to take up those skills at different level, whether at first year level 4.5 or second year 5 or like onwards. So that's the first part that we had taken up. Now, of course, we will require feedback from industry partners here, that are we going in the right direction? We will require that kind of a feedback. We'll require definite suggestions. And say from that perspective also, UGC has suggested different guidelines so as to permit a right connect with the industry group or professional organization. Okay, so by industry, we normally have a visualization, something like a chemical industry or industries taking up large scale manufacturing. Okay, it's not just manufacturing sector, but we could talk about service organization. We could talk about professional organization. We could talk about organizations involved in financial sectors. We could talk about organizations even involved in an entertainment sector as well. So while looking at all these organizations, what are the skills they are looking for? We will need feedback on one side. Second, how can we have a right industry institute connectivity? How can we facilitate a connect between a academic institute and the concerned professional organization so that it will be a win-win situation for both of them, while academic institutes are taking up benefit of the support of industry in terms of professional design of curricular framework, in terms of their guidance on various professional aspects, in terms of delivery of lectures by experts from the professional industries. On the other hand, the professional organizations can look for from academic organizations multiple ways. Say, naturally, one is like their entire manpower is or human resource is being churned out by academic institutes. So, a right human resource with a right approach, right skills and employability is one aspect that always any professional organization will look for. But we would like to think of some more thing. Okay, that's not limited only from an employability perspective. We want the active participation and support by professional organization in terms of provision of on-job training, internship in their respective organizations. While I have talked about like a design of 12 to 18 credits connected to vocational and soft skills, connected to individual disciplines, I'm talking about a second part. Okay, vocational skills will give an experience of hands-on training. Okay, the student will get an hands-on training exposure in taking up those skills. But then, while you take up those hands-on training, okay, the other part which is really essential is to have a exposure, awareness of industry practices, and something which he has taken up, which has been trained. Okay, something when he or she visualizes at the plant level, at the platform, at the organization platform level, okay, then that experience will be enhanced, and probably the confidence level of the student will be multiplied. So, on-job training has been a real component which has been involved in the curriculum at third year and fourth year level, so that the students will pursue OJT at least of 1 month or 2 months. Okay, even a long-term OJT can also be designed, because when I have spoken to industry representative at Vashi, another college where similar workshop was organized, where industry representatives attended in large number, there they expected that they would like to have students for more longer period, just not limited to 1 month, so that some useful work can be carried through those students, some project can be given to them, and an execution with definite outcome can be facilitated. So we said that is possible, and the curricular framework is quite flexible and can be tuned even in that direction also. So having a on-job training as well as the internship with a right perspective, okay, is another part where the industry organizations are expected to support the academic institutes. Third part, that is what probably it's a symbiotic system or collaborative system. We know that particularly in our country, okay, we are not just focused only on large scale industries, we are equally supposed to be focused on MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, okay, who would take up the job at small scale level, but they are supposed to be the main source of employability. Okay, they are supposed to provide large scale employability in comparison with large scale industries, and we understand that for every large scale organization there are always ancillary units which work as an MSME mode. So these MSME may not have a right R&D system. Large scale organizations do have their own R&D, research and development unit, and that is how through that R&D they can plan for short-term and long-term vision in terms of the advances connected with developments in industry. MSME may not have that R&D structure, but they may have an ideas. They may be looking for solutions for the problems which they are facing in day-to-day industry life. The academic institutes and MSME must work together in taking up these projects. So the academic institutes, what academic institutes are supposed to do, like the management and principal, I urge that you identify your expertise. You have a very good source of faculty who are specialized in different subjects, and let us take up those subjects as a matter, as an expert, and as an area of expertise, and present it before industries. So that whenever an industry presents any issues, any problems, any new areas for development, any newer development connected to, let us say, Industry 4.0, our faculty are and our students are expected to take up those projects. Honors with research, a 4-year degree, has a 12 credit research project. That's what we are well aware of. So the students will take up those projects who would be guided by faculty for providing solutions connected to industries. It will be a win-win situation in a sense that the faculty as well as students will get an exposure about what is going on in industry at current level, what kind of solution they are looking for, what kind of work they are looking for. Naturally, whenever you are working with an industry, okay, so like the faculty will get best exposure. Since I as an individual, okay, so although I'm a vice chancellor, I still work as a teacher. I do work within industries also. So I have always realized that working with industries give you the best confidence in terms of latest developments, okay, that are being taken up, and some of your own ideas can be added, and probably a new development can emerge, which is always fruitful and useful to the industry itself. So the faculty will get best practical exposure, students will get an idea about working on a real-time problems, and MSME on the other hand, which do not have enough investment strength in terms of R&D, going for an R&D, okay, they can look towards the academic institutes for getting solutions. UGC has talked about realizing this particular part. UGC has talked about two different initiatives, which every management of a academic institute as well as principals of the academic institute must take forward. What are those initiatives which UGC is looking for? One is Research Development Cell, RDC, and second is Industry Relations Cell. RDC is something which is to be taken up by every college involving the faculty of the academic institutes, and at the same time going for wherever possible appointment of professor of practice as someone who is representing industry and connecting them with an academic institute. UGC has come up with an idea about professor of practice where they are looking for the industry representatives who have worked at senior level for, let us say, for a period of 15 years and wanted to work with academic institutes. They can be given an appointment as professor of practice, where we are not looking for any academic credentials. Normally for an appointment of teachers, we look for those. But for an industry experts, what we are looking for, their expertise in the related field. So, professor of practice. AICT, the professional regulatory body, has gone a little ahead, and just 1 week back, there has been an announcement by AICT, and it's a matter of pride, okay, particularly for Haldankar sir, because his friend and my mentor, Professor J.D. Yadav, was assigned with the task of designing the guidelines for appointment of professor of practice, where AICT has said for certain areas, like we have one industry representative from blockchain sectors. AICT has said that, the regulatory body has said that in certain fields like blockchain, AI, IoT, or industry Internet of Things, or robotics, these are such areas where probably you may be looking for younger industry experts, because ideas are connected to Industry 4.0, where most probably the younger experts are more involved with guidance by senior industry professionals. So let us not limit the idea of professor of practice only to professor level, but even it can be extended down to the level of associate professor of practice as well as an assistant professor of practice. And so this particular entire guidelines was designed under the chairmanship of Professor J.D. Yadav, former Vice Chancellor ICT, and those guidelines have been released by AICT through a online workshop organized previous week. So you can have a look at that also, particularly
I
management.
would also welcome the President of Chetna Education Trust, Sri Datta Hardankar sir, for this workshop jointly organized by University of Mumbai, Chetana's Hazarimal Somani College of Commerce and Economics, Srimati Kusumtai Chaudhary College of Arts, under the aegis of Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, UGC, MMTIC and RUSA. Now let me introduce the resource person for this session. CA Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir is highly accomplished and dedicated. Highly accomplished and dedicated principal at Model College, Dombivli, with an extensive educational background. Sir has an additional charge. Sir was also having an additional charge as FAO of University of Mumbai. Sir is a member and convener of various committees of University of Mumbai. Recently, sir has presented the university budget at 24-25 in the Senate. Sir, it's indeed our pleasure to have you among us as the resource person for the NEP 2020 sensitization workshop. I request our esteemed resource person, Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir, to begin with the session.
Good afternoon, one and all. So, if you are ready, should we start? Nothing worth taking any tension. The new education policy is already on, and now we are in the stage of implementation. The education, in short, I will say we will have session maybe around 30 to 40 minutes. I will try to tell what I want to tell you, which I feel I should tell you about the NEP 2020. After that, unfortunately, our technical expert has not come. So within 1 or 2 slides, I will tell you about the website or the Samarth platform, which the university is trying to introduce for the implementation of NEP, etc. And that will be hardly 4 or 5 minutes. And then we will have a session for questions and answer. If you have any doubts or queries, myself as well as my colleague, Dr. Shiv Ramgarze, who is Dean of Science and Technology, we will try to give the solutions or try to explain to your queries to our best possibilities. Okay, so let us start. First of all, one of the reasons why this new education policy, it is a national education policy, even though we call it as a new education policy, national education policy has come. Over the period, it was observed that there are some lacunas in the education policy which we are running. The students who used to become a graduate after spending 5 years after 10th, by selecting maybe arts, commerce, junior college, 2 years, 3 years undergraduation course, maybe even after doing PG, do you think our students were able to get the whatever job they deserve to take? The answer is, over the period, the situation was worsening. Our students, after spending so much efforts and time, were not able to get the desired job, hardly maybe 15,000, 20,000 to start with. But a person who is working on the construction site was able to earn almost 900 to 1,000 rupees per day. Where was the wrong? Something was wrong, everybody was noticing, and then it was realized that yes, whatever education policy we are following, what training we are giving, what knowledge we are giving, we have to make some changes to that. A Kasturi Nandan committee was set up and they have introduced vocational skill-based training in our education system. So I will just mention some of the features which I feel are very important as far as NEP 2020 is concerned. So the first was our student, instead of getting all theoretical knowledge, they are now expected to have the vocational skill oriented knowledge in the subject in which they select their major. What is major, minor, we will see subsequently. So that was the first thing. Because if you see earlier, suppose we have a program like swimming. Mumbai University used to give the syllabus and we used to teach them in the classroom how to swim, how to take breath, how to float on the water, etc. The student used to by heart everything, and in the exam he used to write, get 100 marks. But when the situation will come, whether he will be able to swim? No. Our student becoming graduate in accountancy, taking accountancy as a special subject, whether any of them were able to write the books of accounts for any businessman, any storekeeper? Unfortunately, the answer is no. My student used to score 100 out of 100 in the taxation. Was he able to file his individual personal income tax return? The answer is no. If the answer is no, what is the use of that education? See, every time all education is for the knowledge, that days are gone. Now everybody is looking even education as an investment. What returns I will get? Even the parents are looking. Okay, we are taking this subject, we are spending so much, so what in return, what am I getting? So taking into all these things, one component was introduced, that is a skilled or vocational subject. The second thing is now it is a multidisciplinary. Second feature is a multidisciplinary. We had a habit, you take arts, you have to study arts only. You are no more eligible to study either science or commerce in which you may be interested. If at all you want, do some course with the outside coaching institutions and you learn that. Do some certification course. But as a part of curriculum, you are not entitled to that. The new education policy says no, your curriculum has to be a multidisciplinary. A student of science, maybe engineer, maybe doctor, don't you think he needs the financial planning? He should know how much insurance should be. He should know where he should invest. Why he should not invest in the shares and stock market? He should, if he is interested. And for that, we have to remove the barriers of your stream. A person, if he is interested, don't compel them. But if he is interested to study, a science student want to study some subject from the commerce or management, let him study. A student from the arts, if you want to know about the science for the day-to-day life, if somebody is not well, what type of medicine, first aid medicines he should take, whether he is not supposed to know, he is supposed to know. Suppose young students are there, they want to know how to use the cosmetics or how the cosmetics can be made at home. Is it not an interesting subject? Even the arts and commerce students may join for that. And for that, the one more feature was introduced, was to remove the boundaries of arts, commerce, and science. It has come to the open electives, which we will discuss. That is in the third vertical of NEP structure. Third, they say it should be a multilingual. Generally, our education was either English, if you opt for the Marathi, only in the Marathi, and so on. The employment opportunities are going down. If you want to do the business, if you talk only in the English, can you do much business in the locally? If you are having your business or you are staying in Malwan area or in some Konkan area and you start talking English with them, the people will not accept you as it is. So one of the feature introduced is, apart from English, you have to opt for the second language. Which second language? Any Indian language, which is a local language. And what is expected? Not the literature, not the grammar, but it should be a communicative English. So if you want to make the application to the local boards, to the industry, convince to the student, open the bank accounts. All this communication he should be able to do, which will be helpful to him to get the job or to survive in the industry. These were three. Fourth prominent was a multiple entry and multiple exit system. Multiple entry, multiple exit system. Suppose our curriculum, undergraduate curriculum was 3 years curriculum. A student studying well, scoring good marks, unfortunately in the third year, due to some of the reasons which is not under her or his control, could not complete third year of graduation. What qualification we call him? We say he is a 12th only. And we try to compare him with the 12th pass out. Was it a correct thing? Those who have after 12 finished the first year, finished the second year, certainly know much more than the 12th pass out. But unfortunately, that qualification was not recognized. So now the NEP has introduced multiple exit system. Within these 3 years, if you want, for any reason, you want to opt out of the system, maybe for temporary reason, temporary period, you can opt out for it. If he completes the first year, completes means if he gets the first year, don't just bother for the presentation. We will go through the slides afterwards. I will just speak out, then we will go through the slides. If anything is missed out, I will tell you. Unfortunately, I have not prepared any presentation. It is a Mumbai University standard presentation. So if at all you want to give the credit to Mumbai University. I have not prepared that, but we will just go through afterwards. So what I was telling, multiple exit system. If you complete a 1 year of undergraduation, what is meaning of completing? Now it is based on the credit. Credit मराठीत श्रेयांक म्हणतात. श्रेय झालं तेवढं मला मी अचीव केलं. So whatever credit you get in a year, you are expected to earn 44 credit. If you see the national education policy, it talks about 20 credits in a semester. Bombay University is something above. So they said no, 20 is not enough for us. For us, we will have something above the benchmark. So we have agreed for 22. So per semester, a student has to score 22 credits. If he gets 44 credits in a year, passed out in all the subjects, whatever he has selected, and he wants to quit for some reason. In that case, he has the option to quit, not right as it is, but in addition to that, he or she will have to take 4 more credits relevant to his core subject, and then he will get the undergraduate 1 year certificate. Suppose he is a student of BCom. He wants to do specialization in the accountancy. He completes 1 year, does 4 credit extra for the vocational training. He will get 1 year certificate in accountancy. If he does in chemistry, 1 year certificate in chemistry, and so on. So whatever subject, core subject is that, he will get recognition. Industry or anybody will come to know immediately, yes, he or she has completed 1 year under the undergraduation course. If he or she completes the second year also, second year complete means 44 plus 44, 88 credits, plus 4 additional credits for the vocational training. In that case, he or she will get the diploma, undergraduate diploma in accountancy, in chemistry, in mathematics, whatever is the core. So he or she has the exit option even after second year. Those who complete the third year, our degree is there. Many were under the impression that under the NEP, it has become 4 years degree course. No. The degree course is only of 3 years. So once you complete 3 years, means 88 plus 44, 132 credit. Once you do 132 credit, there is no need to do any additional credit. You will get the degree, bachelor's degree, into bracket, the core subject which you have decided. If I have taken the management as a core, I will get BCom into bracket management. If I have done the BSc with physics, I will get BSc into bracket physics. So that is the third year degree. Then what about what we heard about the fourth year? Yes, there is a option for the student, but not to all the students. That also I will tell you. If a student is academically good, want to pursue the education, in that case, they have the option to get the honors degree. So now the bachelor's degree, if those students who will go for the fourth year, so 132 plus 44, 176 credit, in that case, they will get a honors degree in that particular subject. Whether all are entitled to do that? At present, answer is no. Who cannot? Those students who get cumulative CGPA of more than 7.5, only these students are entitled to go for the honors degree at present. It may change over the period, but at present, those who are the academically good students, they can go for the honors degree. You will get the honors degree either by the normal this way, or you can go for the research, but the research degree is not for the all colleges cannot start that research degree. Only if you have the research center and at least 2 PhD guide attached to that center are your staff members, you can start the honors degree by research in your college. Not all. If at all you want, we will just discuss that point afterwards. Okay? All the queries we will take. Don't worry about it. I am trying to finish my entire NAP, whatever I want to say, within 35 to 40 minutes. So these are the multiple exit system. Firstly, undergraduate we have seen, first year, certificate, second year, diploma, third year, degree, fourth year, optional but with conditions, that is the honors degree. What about the PG? Now PG, once again, PG is of 2 years only. Those who have done the bachelor's degree of 3 years, they will have to do the PG for the 2 years, once again with multiple exit option. Now if you are doing the normal PG, you have completed 1 year, and in the present system, there is no separate qualification for that. But under NEP, you will get a PG diploma of 1 year after you complete the first year of PG. If you complete both the years, you will get the PG degree. But if you leave after 1 year, it will be the PG diploma. Particularly why we have gone for this model is because if you see, in the last 5-10 years, not about 10, let the 5 years, if you see number of students are going to the abroad for further studies. What studies? Master study. For the master study, their requirement is 4-year graduation. So what they do? They do 1 year here. They don't bother for what degree they get or what they are not getting any degree, and they go and join their master's degree. Now to help out them also, we have come out with the 4 years honors degree, or if they want to discontinue after the 1 year, at least they will get the PG diploma from India. So that was the main intention. So this was the multiple exit, 3 years UG, certificate, diploma degree, 2 years PG, PG diploma and PG degree. What about the multiple entry? The multiple entry says, yes, anybody who is opting out will be welcomed in the system, provided he or she completes her education within 7 years. So if you take the admission in this current year, within 7 years, you have to complete your graduation degree. Otherwise, you will have to once again enroll. Exactly what is the once again, what you will have to do? They have not come out with anything, any policy. But at present, what is expected? Those who are entering into the higher education through NEP, they have to complete their degrees within 7 years. That was the multiple entry and multiple exit. I think I have taken a long time. At least we have started a bit late. That is why I'm in a bit hurry, because we have another session also. After this, all main things, whatever, a thing of your interest is the structure of UG courses and PG courses. Maharashtra government has introduced this NEP through autonomous college in the last year. And taking their experience into the account, they have decided to roll out this for all the affiliated colleges. So for you, first we will concentrate only on the first year. Our entire your curriculum is bifurcated into 6 verticals. आपण खा म्हणतो ना, these are the 6 columns in which entire your syllabus has been bifurcated. The most important part is the major. I am getting the degree. I should be allowed to decide what should be my major subject, in what I want to specialize. Today, a student is taking admission for BCom. He is master of all. Sub subject है उसमें. But in the NEP, they have said you select. Okay, you want to do BCom. BCom in what? There are so many subjects are there. You decide you want to specialize in what. I will tell you in short what is the meaning of major. Under NEP, for the graduation we have said 44, 44, 44. At least 132 credits he or she has to get. Out of that, for any subject, if you get more than 50% credit, that subject is your major. Simple. Any subject for which in your entire duration of that course, if you get more than 50% of the credit, that becomes your major. So if you want to do the accountancy, in my 132 hours, I will have to at least spend 66 credits. I have to earn 66 credit in the subject of accountancy. If I do in the management, I will get BCom into bracket management. If I do economics, BCom into bracket economics. So major will decide my degree. Over the period, it is expected that over the period, even that BCom, BA, BSc will go. It will be like the international market. It will be BS and MS. Bachelor of and Master of. Bachelor of Mathematics, Bachelor of Accountancy, Bachelor of... But it is yet to come. At present, it is a BA, BCom, BSc into bracket your major subject. So now each college has to cleverly decide what major they should offer. The student will get attracted by the major which you are offering. Unfortunately for you, those who are affiliated colleges, at presently you cannot decide. Mumbai University is deciding on your behalf. But still, in that major list, what subject you should offer, it is up to you. If you see the university bucket under major, there will be so many majors will be there. Which your college want to give, that you have to decide. Don't worry about it. We will go through all the slides once again. So what I was saying, first is the major. It is the subject in which you have to get the 50% of the credit and in which you are going to get the degree. The most important thing, along with the major, when you talk about the major, immediately you have to think about the fourth vertical. Fourth vertical is the vocational. The subject in which I want to be the expert, I cannot be expert only by the theory. I should acquire some skill which is related to my core subject. If I am the accountancy, in my college there was an accountancy subject offered as a graduation. The student used to pass out, BCom, MCom, etc. But when they go outside nobody is writing accounts manually now. It is all software based. Whether my student used to do that? No, they will have to train the student and then they can, or they will have to join some coaching classes and start. Now, the new NEP has given us a facility to introduce a subject providing vocational training in the field of core. So now if I am offering the accountancy, I can offer them some vocational subject training, maybe in the Tally, maybe in the Excel, whatever thing you think which is related to their core, you try to give them a vocational subject. Mumbai University has given a lot of list under vocational. According to your core, हर एक कॉलेज का हर एक का अलग अलग स्ट्रेंथ है. You find out from your strength, from the area in which you are. In your area, what type of job opportunities are going to come? What type of business opportunities are going to come? According to that, you try to design or select your subject for the vocational training. Then we come to the second. First was the major. Second is a minor. The minor is somewhere related to the major, or that can be swiped against the major. Suppose a student not knowing whether he would like to have accountancy as a subject expert, as a core, or theory management as a subject expert. After 12th, he is not aware. फ्रेंड ने लिया, मेरा एल्डर सिस्टर ने लिया, एल्डर ब्रदर ने लिया करके मैंने भी अकाउंटेंसी लिया. बट इन दिस आफ्टर फर्स्ट ईयर एडमिशन आई रियलाइज दैट अकाउंटेंसी इज नॉट माई कप ऑफ टी. आई एम नॉट कंफर्टेबल. आई वांट सम थियरी सब्जेक्ट. नाउ in the second year, I have a choice to swipe my minor as a major, and it will go as a major only. Are you getting me? In the science, suppose you have the chemistry and physics, two you are offered. The student is not very much sure whether he will continue with the chemistry or he will continue with the physics. Let him have both. First year he has thought chemistry is a better. Chemistry as a major, maybe physics as a minor. But in the second year, he has said, no, chemistry is difficult for me. I would like to replace with the physics. He can do the physics as a major, chemistry can go as a minor. As far as this, I'm talking about a policy, NEP policy, which benefit autonomous college can take. As far as affiliated colleges are there, the Mumbai University has adopted or suggested for the 3 papers under major, M1, M2, M3. Oh, like your old system. In the first year, you take 3. In the second year, let the student drop 1, continue with the 2, and in the third year, there will be 1. Now, whatever major you are giving, according to the major, you try to give them the vocational subject. So, major, minor, which is related with the major, which will go in the main component only, and the vocational. That will train your student into the area in which he or she want to do the career. So that much you have to see. So that should be a very strong. Third vertical is an open elective or general elective. In the open elective, the way we have started, what is the feature of NEP? Now there will not be any boundaries as arts, commerce, science. So under open elective, you have to offer a subject which is other than the faculty in which the student is registered. If the student is from the arts, offer them the basket of the subject from the commerce, from the science, from the law, from the IT. Now let the student decide whatever subject he or she would like to have. So that subject has to be from the stream other than the stream in which the student is registered. If the student is from the science, let him have something from the arts, something from the commerce. Now, some of the colleges are asking me, sir, utna student milega kya? Alag-alag log alag-alag denge to. Now that is up to us. We can have the cap. See what is the workload of the teachers also. It is unofficial. Officially, I am not saying. Officially, NEP says it is the choice of the student. Whatever student demands, you have to give. That's all. But we have to come to in the reality. We are staying in the reality. We have our faculty. So think about that also. According to that, design the courses. University has given various options. You find out from which faculty is having a deficit in the workload. Try to allot them some subject which is related to that. So workload problem, if you think in overall, there will be. But when you really apply your mind, thinking about all the verticals, you can accommodate. We will discuss afterwards into details. So that was the third vertical. Third vertical was open elective. The meaning is it has to be from any other faculty other than the faculty in which the student was registered. Fourth was the vocational that we have said. It should give the skill somewhere. Fifth is a skill enhancement or ability enhancement or the language or the value education. The topic or the subject which you will give, it should enhance the ability of the student. whether he is a science student or the art student. If you want to do business, if you tell him something regarding digital marketing, whether it will help them? Certainly. If you tell them the communication skill, whether it will help them in the business? Of course, yes. So these are the courses which you have to offer them to the student under their ability enhancement. The NEP also talk about the multiple language. So university has decided two languages to be given. One is the English and second is the local language. Just to adjust the workload, we are suggesting that your L1 should be in the semester 1 and semester 4. Just for our purpose. Policy doesn't say anything. To adjust the workload throughout the year, L1, any language, suppose we take English. English will be there in the semester 1 and semester 4. So throughout the year, they will have the workload. Second language, it will be in the semester 2 and semester 3. So once again, the first semester, second semester, both semesters, they will have the workload. So accordingly, you will have to adjust your workload by taking into consideration the vertical total credit you have to complete. That was the fifth. Sixth is the vertical which nobody of us have ever imagined. Sixth vertical is regarding the co-curricular activities, sports, NSS, NCC, research project, community engagement program, OZT, and so on. We will come one by one. In the first year, you are having, in the fifth, I have skipped one. That also I will cover and I will come to the sixth. In the fifth, there is one more concept called as IKS. Have you heard of it? Indian Knowledge System. Over the period, it was observed that even though most of the Fortune 500 companies having a CEO of Indian origin, we have a habit, when the question will come about the technology, we believe the West is always best. West से आया तो वो बराबर है. टेक्नोलॉजी का हमारे यहाँ से कोई बोल रहा है, एशियन कंट्री में बोलता है, तो we have a doubt. We want to remove that. The government has decided, let us give the knowledge to our student. Since even we don't know how rich was our knowledge level was there few thousand years ago. Now to make them understand that, the government has decided to introduce Indian Knowledge System, IKS. The way you were having the FC earlier, the workload was not assigned to any particular department. IKS is like that. So anybody is getting deficiency in the number of working hours, you can assign the IKS to them. There are two types of IKS. One is a generic IKS and second is a subject-specific IKS. In the first first year, you are having the generic IKS. Generic means it is not related to any subject. It will talk about the archaeology, it will talk about the science, it will talk about the culture and so on. All the knowledge will be based on scientific available proof are there, only that will be included in there. As far as you people are there, you don't have to worry much. The university has already designed the syllabus and it will be, you have to teach that and there will be the evaluation. Within 6 months, university is planning to introduce that online. So there will be online module of IKS, including the evaluation system. Student can learn there at their own pace, sitting at home, and they can learn that. So after 6 months, but it is optional. You have to decide. If you are having deficiency in the workload, you keep it with you and you continue with it. But if at all the workload is taken care of and you want to take it online, you can offer that online to the student. Second year, IKS is there, but it is a subject specific. Which subject? It has to be related with your core. If you have selected a core in chemistry, then in the second year, IKS has to relate with the chemistry. In the first year, it is not a subject specific. So that was the fifth vertical. Sixth vertical, we were talking about the CC, that is a co-curricular activities, cultural, sports, NSS, NCC, and so on. In our first session, there was a question, NSS, NCC में तो cap रहता है इतना ही student, उतना ही भरो. If there is a cap, you can give on first come first serve basis or on whatever category you want. Others will either go for the cultural or for the sports. But for that, what is there? For that, when it is having a 2 credits, a credit is equivalent to 15 hours. So for 2 credits, they will have to devote 30 hours to get that entitled for that credit. So what we do? The student, those who are participating in the intercollegiate or university competition, they will be practicing. There will be somebody who will be looking after their practice also. They can certify how many hours they are completing. In our autonomous college, we have prepared the diaries for every student. The student has to record that in the diary, and immediately after the event, they have to get the signature of the coordinator. At the end of the semester, they will submit their diary. We will see how many hours they have spent. It is certified. And then there will be a separate evaluation. Okay, you have attended so much programs. And what is the outcome of that? Otherwise, he will just go and sit into the lecture and it will not serve any purpose. So from that, whether there is any personal development, personality development, whether it has added to their professional development, or whether it has given some social values to the student, that we are evaluating by way of Viva. You can have your own method of evaluation, but for getting any credit under 6th vertical, it has to be evaluated. The first year, these options were there. When you go to the second year, in the second year, there is a concept of field projects and community engagement programs. So now, till UG, we never had a field projects or research projects. Now we want to train our student to conduct such surveys, reports, and then write the reports, etc. So towards research, etc., we are trying to take the students. So the field projects will come in the second year. What should be the batch size? What should be the workload? All the guidelines will come. It has to come. It will be there in the next year, second year. Third year is once again, there is a concept of OJT, on-job training. The students who used to graduate, the industry used to say, your students are of no use to us. We have to provide the training and then we can employ them. Now, looking at the requirement from the industry, the OJT has become the part of the curriculum. So during the time of their graduation only, the student has to work into the industry and get that much credit. So around 4 credits are there. So 60 hours training will be there for the UG courses. Of course, for that also there is a method of evaluation. You get the feedback report from the employer and then we also evaluate them. We have a presentation and viva from the student and then we ask the question to see that whether really the student has got that knowledge or not. That was the 6th vertical. So total, these are the 6 verticals under which the student has to go. Under NEP, another feature which I have not talked was regarding a multi-institutional learning. What is that? At the same time, the student can learn from more than one institution. Suppose the student is from Chetna College and particular subject which he wants to learn, maybe something regarding the sports which is not there in Chetna College, but that particular sport is available at Chandigarh. The student is allowed to get the credit for that course from the Chandigarh institution. So he will register for that with that another institution which is not with the parent institute and he can get the credit. Can he do different from the different institutions? मेरे पास एडमिशन लेगा और एक ही सब्जेक्ट मेरे पास से कर रहा है, बाकी का सब बाकी का इंस्टीट्यूशन पे का जा रहा है, चलेगा? नहीं. All the major subjects he or she will have to complete here. only for the verticals which are the optional in nature, maybe vocational, maybe ability enhancement, maybe CC. In that case, he is allowed to learn from the another institution. But there will be the cap on the credit also. Now, how they are going to integrate? चेतना से मैं ले रहा हूं क्रेडिट 132 में से मैंने 130 क्रेडिट चेतना कॉलेज से लिया, लेकिन 2 क्रेडिट चंडीगढ़ का कॉलेज से, डिग्री कौन देगा? The parent institution. When they can give? Only when 132 is complete. Now this 2 credit, where from it will come, how it will come, what will be the procedure? Have you heard about the ABC ID? Yes. So academic bank of credit. Instead of money, this bank will be for credits. Chetna College will upload the credits of their student, 130 credit, they will upload on the ABC. All these credits are linked to the ABC ID of a student. So that student's credit, anybody can see, it will be 130. The moment the student passes from Chandigarh Institute will upload the credit of 2. Now on a site, there will be 132 credit. Still, the student will be asked, would he like to redeem the credit? If he say yes, then the parent institution will issue them the graduation certificate based on the credit on ABC ID. So my one appeal to you all is there. From every student from the first year, try to get their ABC ID. While doing the admission procedure, we have made it compulsory, but we found that their students are finding it difficult. I will say what difficulty also. It was hardly a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. But still many students could not get the ABC ID, or they have written any number as ABC ID. What will happen is all their credits will be linked to that, and the students will never get that credit. So it is your duty to make them understand what is the worth or importance of having the ABC ID. They have to just go on the site, only single requirement. Only single requirement. What is the requirement? Only the thing, they should have the mobile number linked to their Aadhaar. ये एक चीज है, 2 मिनट के अंदर ABC ID ready है. Once they get, only second thing, ask them, keep the same number till the time they are pursuing their education. They may change their service provider. They can change the service provider, but ask them to keep the same number, because all the OTPs will go to that number. So one thing from the student's point of view, which I would like to highlight, ABC ID is a must that you will think. I think I will stop here. Major thing which I wanted to convey to you, I have conveyed. We will fastly go through the slides, and then we will just see whether I have skipped anything. If I have skipped, I will explain to you. Okay? So let us just go through. As I have said, it is not my presentation. Let's just start. Yes. And then, of course, we will take on all your doubts or queries, if you have. Yes. Should we? Within 2-3 minutes, we will finish. National education policy. See, whatever I have said, basic. You want me to go through the slides? Yes, I will just scan. This is the background which we need not know how they have set up, what they have done. This is what I have said is a multiple exit point. All the education will be based on the levels now. FY BCom is 4.5, SY BCom is 5, TY BCom not BCom, TY is a 5.5. Honors degree 6, multiple entry, multiple disciplinary, 4 years honors, 22 credit per semester, multiple entry, multiple existing. Silent feature was student activities, co-curricular activities, etc. are becoming part of the curriculum. हम लोग जो स्टूडेंट्स को बोलते थे खेलना मिलना बाद में, पहला पढ़ाई करो और बाकी का टाइम रहेगा तो फिर खेलो या ड्रामा वगैरह करो. Now it has become a part of their curriculum. They will get the credit for they encourage them to do that. Then vocational and skill oriented training, IKS, we have brought value based training and the promotion of Indian languages. That, as I said, 2 languages will be there. All 6 vertical, major, minor, open elective, vocational, ability enhancement, OJT. This is only for the teachers. We will share the slides. So let it be with you. When you will feel when particular subject will go under what category, you can just go through it. So mandatory course, major was mandatory by way of elective, also vocational, and some of the component of 6 vertical can form part of the major also. Way ahead, that is 1 year PG or 2 years PG depending upon graduation. Evaluation, 40% internal continuous examination and 60% semester end examination. Internal examination, university will give the guidelines. At autonomous colleges, we conduct 3 tests, 2 best out of 3 we take. They have clearly given in the policy when that cut should be conducted, by that time how much portion should be completed, all are there well in place. Then unique approach, ठीक है. This was the structure. Kulkarni committee report में यही है structure. It will be there with you. Major, minor, open elective, vocational, then ability enhancement and the 6 vertical. Cumulative, then cumulative how much should be there and the option of exit, all the 6 verticals. PG, same thing. Only one difference, UG, internal is 40, external is 60, whereas for PG it is a 50-50%. This is a list of the skill-oriented course which I have said. If I want to exit, the student want to exit after 1 year or 2 years, in between exit, additional credit he or she want to do, she has to do the credit from these courses. These are the courses which are given to you and it will be ever increasing. This list will go on increasing. This is not exhaustive. These are the 2-3 slides which generally our technical team explain. Mumbai University is going for now, instead of MKCL, they are going with E-Samarth. It is an ERP package which is been followed in many central universities, IITs, IIMs. So now Mumbai University is also entering. Presently, only admissions of the first year has shifted to the Samarth, and over the period, the platform will be changed to the Samarth. The application admission form, ad choice was already given to the student. This is the ABCID which I have talked about. The student must have the ABCID. All the colleges are supposed to take into account that, or should ensure that every student has the ABCID. This is the style of ABCID, what they will get it. And that's all from my side. Thank you for the patience hearing. I hope you are not more confused than what you were. At least you have followed something. In case of any doubt, I will be here and I will try to explain to my best capacities. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sensitizing our teachers regarding NAP implementation and its requirement. Now we will come to the question answer session. Due to restriction of time, we have cut down the questions and common questions we have clubbed. First question. The question is regarding minor has to be from the field of major for affiliated colleges, minor subjects.
No, minor has to be within faculty. That is the requirement. For example, if it is science faculty, minor can be from science. If it is humanities, within humanities. Open elective has to be from the different faculty. That is very much required. For example, it is humanity, then you can select, say, chemistry in everyday life from the science. Or a science student can opt for, say, from economics or something like that. So if open elective from other faculty, minor can be from same faculty.
Yes. Another question. Now, apart from English, is there any Indian language compulsory under AEC for affiliated colleges?
Actually, there is weightage given to regional languages, so it is up to the college, they can choose. So as mentioned by Dr. Bambardekar, like Marathi is one of them, but it is not compulsory. Marathi, yes, one can go for. You want to add to this?
Before you give another question, let me tell you, NEP is like an open policy. All of you should be able to decide. Basically, it should be in the interest of the student. Being the first year, the Mumbai University cannot design a syllabus for hundreds or thousands of subjects. Your college may be interested in designing a particular subject or curriculum, which is not offered by the university, and you think that it should be there for your student. You can do that. What you have to do, you may not be able to do that in the first semester now because it is too late now. You design that program, decide whether it should be for 2 credit or 4 credit. Unfortunately, Bombay University has said we will give either 2 or 4. Some of the autonomous colleges or institutions are giving even 1, 3, etc. But Bombay University, for the policy matter, they have said 2 or 4. 2 means 30 hours, 4 means 60 hours. You design the curriculum, find out the evaluation system, what you would like to, give it to your board of studies. Bombay University will see to it that it get passed through the board of studies and academic council, and they will offer you that course. Not only for you, they will put up under their bucket, under the university side they will keep, and any college who want to follow that, they will be allowed to do that. So that much liberty is given to you. Because of the time constraint, this first semester you may not be able to do that. But anyway, all of you will be encouraged to design the programs which you think are of use for your student. Okay?
Yes, one of the most common question is that
One important point is like if you visit our website, Mumbai University website, on the right hand side there is a tag NEP 2020, and if you click there, everything is given, like all the syllabi you will find there, and everything is mentioned, all the circulars are there. So that is one important point, and as sir was mentioning about various verticals, clearly what university has done is vertical 1 which is major, and vertical 4 which is VSc and the vocational skill course and SCC. Like these 2 verticals, those are supposed to be framed by the board of studies of the respective subjects because they are expert in that particular subject. For open electives and minor and so on, the lead colleges and cluster colleges, they were asked to provide this because depending on the regional requirement, open elective can be different. Say for example, in the Konkan region, in Wada region. So this can be different, and therefore we said that you provide us the this kind of open electives, whatever you want. So this is how it was done. For NSS and NCC and all those things, IKS, we have different board of studies and they are already from the syllabi. So all those things are available on the university website.
yes, the common question was regarding the syllabus of Mumbai University of NEP. It is not yet received. So when it is expected? Yes, the syllabus from Mumbai University NEP is not yet received. So when it is expected?
Yeah, as I mentioned, already under NEP 2020 tag, the all syllabi are there. If something is missing, it is in process. Like I think for some of the humanities subjects, it is not still uploaded, but it is in process.
Yes. Next question is regarding NSS. Clarify regarding the credit grades as per the NEP in NSS and the old pattern. So how we are supposed to do the parallel running of old NSS and the new NEP NSS?
Don't confuse between old, new, etc. NSS is NSS. What? Just allow me to speak. So NSS is a NSS. Education policy nowhere says a particular program. It is, they say 6 vertical. 6 vertical is for that. And the university has assigned, these are the programs that you can consider for the 6 vertical. Over the period, even DLLE will come there. So I'm saying, so it will be updated, it will be a continuous process. Now, whatever is there in the old system, you used to have the diary to see how total 120 hours, whether they are completing or not. Now you have the choice. The NSS program officer from Mumbai University will come out with the circular stating that whether it can be in the first six. The problem, what we understand he was having is most of the programs are conducted in the second half. In the first half, the number of hours are generally less. So he will come out with a structure if he feels that he can complete in both the semester this much hours. There is no reason why they should not be allowed. So it will be allowed. So NSS as a part of a 6 vertical, it is there. The university will come out with the circular that whether they can give a 2 credit in the first semester also, second semester 100% it is there. First semester also, in that case, they will ask you to fill up the diary maybe twice, or you will have to evaluate for the 2 times and you can give the credit. But for the NSS, certainly you can give the credit.
Yes, related to that, again, NSS camp to be conducted or not under NEP.
See, if a student want to take a credit only by coming to the camp, why we should object them? Totally whatever is the requirement of the NSS. If they say NSS program, this much hours are there, you have to complete. Whether you are completing in the old age home or you are completing for any program, that is up to you. So absolutely, I don't think. Second thing is you all are equally clever or maybe more than us. So all the loopholes or everybody knows in the practical situation how to come out of it. What the NEP says, under this category, you can give the credit. They have specified what is a credit. 1 credit is how much hours. So you see whether that much number of hours the student is giving. If they are giving, yes, you are there. Which programs? Because affiliated college, the university will tell you which programs you can include in that 6 vertical. If you are autonomous, it is up to you. You can design and you can say, for this we would like to give the credit. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir, for clarification. Now, another query. Subjects selected in OE and VEC this year, can they be changed next year?
Yeah, like the only minor has to continue. So because the student will be getting degree like major in this and minor in this like that. But OE and VSC they can be changed. VSC they can be changed. Okay, every year. Open elect means that only. It need not be same throughout.
Yes. So next question is regarding kindly clarify the workload about CC and OGT.
Yeah. Sir, सांग.
Workload, don't take even the instruction from me. When the JD will stop, don't come to me or don't tell my name. There is a workload committee. The government has formed a committee which is working on the workload. The major problem was the batch size was not uniform all over Maharashtra. In Bombay it is different, in Kolhapur it is different, in Amravati it is different. So Aurangabad it is different. So they are trying to work out how it should be. In OZT, etc., what you have seen is, once again, some of the parties unofficial about it. When we have introduced in the autonomous colleges, even our staff was interested in what should be the workload. I had a talk with some people from the IIT and they said, for this type of projects, suppose there are 4 credits, so 60 hours is there. Your teacher is not expected to spend 60 hours for that project work. they have calculated and told me that it will be generally will come around 6 to 8 hours. Initially, to orient the students, first lecture. Second, maybe to select the topic. Third, guide them how to conduct the survey, etc. Then what test apply or what is to be done, how it should be go. 1 or 2 for report writing, and final evaluation. So for 60 hours credit means 4 credits, that is 60 hours. Don't expect that 60 hours workload they will give to you, teacher. But the workload committee has to design, because there has to be the involvement of the teacher will be there. There will be mentors for the particular batch. What should be the batch size and exactly how many hours they will allot. That is at present nobody of us can say.
Yes. Another question is regarding in multi-institute learning, how the fees will be distributed.
No clear-cut formula, but for that separate committees are working whether it can be credit-based. But getting the consensus, NEP as a principle it is good. But for implementation, there will be a lot of challenges, and one of the challenges will be the sharing of fees and resources. It will be there, but the people will have to mutually decide and get over out of it.
Yes.
But basically, like as sir is saying, the fee sharing can be on the credit base. That's what the committees are working on it. So be basically on the credit base.
Yes. Another question is from BSc side. For BSc in M3 pattern, since there are 3 major subjects, then what VSc and SEC are to be given, as in M2 and M3 can be M1 in SY BSc?
It is up to the student. Students are given freedom. Only thing is, it has to be related to the major, either M1, M2 or M3. So related to that.
Yes. Another question is regarding, would the teacher require to go through training for additional subjects?
The teachers have to get involved if we want to be, get accommodated with this NEP. That is required. Like sir was giving example of IKS, which can be taught by a foundation course teacher. So we will have to get accommodated accordingly, and you all accordingly. So some training, yes, that can happen.
Yes, another question. It is regarding, is university going to make some communication with the institute for collaboration in regard to on-the-job training?
In the morning, Honorable VC sir was mentioning, colleges on your own you can try to collaborate, and if any kind of support is required from the university, when university is ready to provide the letters for on-job training.
Already there is a GR. All the government bodies will offer the job to the students. It has gone even up to the Gram Panchayat level. All corporations, municipalities, Gram Panchayats, they will be employing. Talks are going on with the banks. So the banks are likely to employ the students. That way, the university is taking up to tie up on a broad basis. But what is expected at a college level, you try to tie up with the local industries, local employers, find out the associations are there. With them, you can have the tie-up and try to get out. I know it is a challenging. Only the time will tell how far we are going to succeed or whether we will have to find any other alternative. But at present, university as well as government, both are seriously working on it.
As far as OJT is concerned, I would like to give maybe a couple of examples here. Earlier, I was director of Garwar Institute of Career Education and Development in Mumbai University, and there mainly skill courses are taught. So there, this similar to OJT, we send the student for internship. For example, tourism management is very demanding course there, and we used to send the students to like this Thomas Cook or Kesari tours. And if student goes there and if he or she is performing well, then they used to tell us that this student is doing very well. And as soon as he or she completes the course, please send that student to us because we want to give employment to her or him. Like with paint technology, there is a prominent course in that particular institute, and also Asian paints, Neurolike paints. They used to demand our students. So that is one of the important aspect of OJT. Yeah.
Yes. Another question is regarding how to manage shifting and dropout students from non-NAP to NAP.
There is a possibility, and from this year it has started. Basic, you have to see where they are shifting, where they are taking the admission. If the student is going to autonomous colleges, the autonomous colleges will have a parity committee who will decide whether that student is capable or equivalent to the semester in which he is getting admitted. For affiliated colleges, if the student is taking admission to affiliated colleges, maybe in the second year, you will have the NEP batch. Earlier years dropout student want to get admission for the SYBCom who was from the non-NEP batch. In that case, you people will have to prepare one document where you have to attach the transcript. What was the subject he or she was having? What was the syllabus he or she was having? University will have a committee. University, one examination department and affiliation department, you have to give the application. The committee will decide whether the student has a equal credit to be admitted to that particular semester. If not, generally it will be not, because earlier for first year there were 7 subjects. Now it may work out to 9 subjects. So they may have to do 1 or 2 additional credits, 2 to 4 credits. But that let the university tell, you have to complete 2 more credits or 4 more credits to be admitted for the second year. In that case, either you design some credit programs and ask them to do that, or even the online programs university may tell, from these so and so online programs, you get 4 credits and then you will be equivalent to that particular semester student. But for affiliated colleges, if the student is getting admission to affiliated colleges on your own directly, you cannot give the admission, make it provisional. You admit that. Don't wait for the university. Principally, they are going to give you. Make it provisional, send the proposal to the university. University will approve and will give you the instruction for additional credits.
Yes. Another question, sir, can colleges change the subjects of SEC? If yes, do we need to inform the cluster or university?
They want to change the subject of
Yes.
SCC.
Yes.
As far as you are taking from the bucket, you need not inform anybody. You decide. University has given this much list. Whatever subject you want to choose, you can choose.
So maybe question is related to whatever selections you made recently. Like university recently asked you to give your choice and via the lead colleges. So if you are talking about that, then you just inform to the lead colleges and then lead college will inform to the university. If you are talking about that particular thing, otherwise you need not. Yeah.
Yes, it is regarding PG course. Now, what will be the duration for a PG course for those who have completed 4 years honors graduate degree?
If it is a 4 years, then already sir has mentioned, the student can directly take admission in the second year of the PG. So it will be 1 year. And we have to also keep in mind what is the advantage of having 4-year UG is that student, if he does or he completes 4 years of the UG, then it becomes 16 years of the education. So after 16 years, student can go abroad for further studies. Like usually in the foreign universities, they say the student should have studied 16 years of the education or complete 16 years of the education. So that particular benefit student will have.
Yes. Another question is regarding, are the SEC and VSC courses strictly to be connected to major, or can they be connected to minor as well?
Major.
Yes. Sir, another question is regarding, kindly throw some light on value education in V5 as the syllabus is not yet uploaded by university.
If syllabus is not uploaded, it will be get uploaded. Value education, some of the colleges are giving even the Constitution of India. Some of them are telling about the RTIs. So anything wherever you feel, as I was told, if you feel a particular value you want to inculcate in your student and you want to design, you design it, send it to the university will approve and they will permit you. But by the time you just refer to the website, all of you have seen the website, you know the tab. So it is fairly updated and it is getting updated regularly. So over the period, all this will come, different new subjects will come under all these buckets.
Yes. Another question for colleges affiliated to Mumbai University for vertical 4, 5, and 6, we have to stick the courses offered by university in each of the vertical, and for which syllabus and paper pattern will be given by university.
For affiliated colleges, you have to stick to that particular, whatever is given on the university website. Okay. In addition to that, if you want to have any additional, say, associate value education course and so on, you can give your suggestions, and then through proper POS, it will be approved, and then it will be again put on the website.
But in that area, ADP has not started. So we are not giving them their main documents, and we are asking him to complete a 4-credit course if he wants to leave the college. So we are in a doldrum. Can you guide us that how we can advise him?
Basically, we cannot compel them to do 4 credit. If at all he or she demands a 1-year certificate from you, if I want to take a gap and if I want a certificate, only in that case I have to do it for additional credit. Otherwise, I need not. If the student is not asking a certificate from you and he or she want to continue somewhere else, without doing 4 credit also, they can go and they can pursue. They will have to submit their application form to the college at Kokon, in which way they are giving. They will have to submit the mark sheet of the subjects of which were there for the first and second semester with your college, and the transcript, what was there, and they will give it to the university, and university will admit them. We will give the permission to admission for the second year. So they can go. There is, for anybody, there is no compulsion that they should get the certificate or a diploma. In between, if I want to just keep as it is, I can be there without continuing. After 1 year, I may once again join and do the second year also. So after 1 year, only those who will demand the certificate, those who will demand the diploma, they want the qualification. Only for that, that additional 4 credits has to be there.
Sir, it's regarding
Two things. One thing is that you are saying Konkan region colleges, they are not starting NEP. It is not like that. All affiliated colleges to Mumbai University, they are going to start NEP this year. This year. Okay, at once. Okay. And yeah. And another is it is just change of college after giving equivalence. The student is not taking the drop, no. He's not discontinuing. He is just changing the college. Equivalence has to be given.
yes. Another question is from engineering college. How many credits are to be given to core subjects for degree? Engineering. Okay, not applicable. Yes, one of our teacher faculty wants to ask this.
Engineering new guidelines are coming up, no? Yeah.
It will be updated. It will be updated within few days. There has to be, for any program, there has to be all 6 verticals. It cannot be empty.
Yes, yes, another query.
Whatever is given in the syllabus, you take it, but choice is given to the student. For example, a student is willing to take VSc of chemistry, he or she can take, or say physics, that is permitted. So like subject BOS might have taken a combination of theory and practicals. In that case, number of hours will vary. And if it is purely on the basis of theory, maybe it is 30. For practical and theory, it may be 45. So that variation will be there. So that is okay.
Hello.
That is because some subject they have taken combination of theory and practicals. Therefore, that variation is there. But it doesn't matter. That is allowed. Yes. 1 hour. Yeah. Right. It is given, you have to check critically. कारण बरेच ठिकाणी हा प्रश्न आला. So you have to go through that website properly. It is given.
Practical papers. Hello? Batch size, there's
It is yet to be decided. As earlier mentioned by Dr. Bambardikar, it is different for different universities. And not only that, within Mumbai University, for one subject it was different and another subject it was different. So batch size, government is working on it, and we'll get new guidelines soon.
because see, we are from maths and stats. So maths and stats, the VSc has been defined as a practical, SEC has defined as a practical paper. So SEC means 60 batch. That is what was given in the earlier circular workload.
No, we have to wait for guidelines.
Yes, now the last question, yes.
Good afternoon.
College. Can we have open electives from arts and science only compulsorily, or can we take it from self-finance courses like BAF, BMS, BFM?
BAF, BMS, etc. is a part of the commerce only.
Yes.
So it is expected that you should have from other stream. If your college doesn't have any, in that case, you can have a tie-up with neighboring colleges, or you take a help of Mumbai University, ask them whether they can help out in some online courses for that, for that particular open elective.
Okay.
But over the period, you have to find out a solution for you, because for the long term, you will require that.
Can I take an economics paper from arts?
Economics, you can try, but you try to once again take the permission from the dean. Because what happens is, otherwise BCom in the commerce also we are taking the economics also. So
We have
ideally
economics,
it
yeah.
is expected that it has to be from the different stream.
Correct.
So the entire purpose of the NEP is getting defeated.
Yes.
So that is why maybe for the exceptional circumstances they may allow you
Okay.
a year or so. But you just try to inquire with them, take the permission from them. Otherwise, in nearby colleges or the university, you try to take the open elective any problem.
And sir, regarding language, I have a doubt about that. In the first year, we have to give English and one other language in the second semester.
Total 2 languages you have to complete in the
Okay.
first and second year.
Okay.
For considering the workload throughout the year, it is worked out strategy. First and fourth and second and third. Nowhere in the policy it is written. Policy says 2 languages in the first 2 years.
But we have only English.
So the university has said affiliated colleges has to follow the university.
Yes.
And the university has taken a decision that it will be SEM 1, SEM 4 English, and SEM 2, SEM 3 will be second language.
So since we don't have any other faculty, we'll have to again arrange for.
You have to follow them.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you
so
madam.
much.
Now, due to limitation of time, we could not address all the questions. We will be sharing the email ID and contact number of Ravindra Bambardekar sir. You can email and email your queries to Bambardekar sir.
Ma'am,
Uh,
can I please? Please, sir. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Now I would request the President of Chetna Education Trust, Mr. Shridatta Hardankar sir, to give away the souvenir and memento to Dr. C.A. Ravindra Bambardekar sir. Yes, thank you, sir. Now I would request Vice Principal of Chetna College, Dr. Prashant Bhagat, sir, to officially propose a vote of thanks. Now again, I would request President of Chetna Education Trust to give away a souvenir and memento to Shivram Garje, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please silence. So today I feel extremely honored and privileged to have been allowed to extend a vote of thanks on this precious occasion. Myself, Dr. Prashant Bhagat, Vice Principal. I want to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. I am also very thankful to all the Program Advisory Committee members, the University of Mumbai, and the invited speakers. I am on behalf of the organizing committee, convey my deep regards and heartily thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni for gracing the occasion and guiding the stakeholders. I am thankful to the resource person of this session, Dr. Ravindra Bambardekar, sir, Principal Model College, Dr. Shivam Gazre, Dean of Science and Technology, University of Mumbai. My sincere thanks to the Chetna Education Trust for their constant encouragement of the inter-institutional activities. I am thankful to the President Shri Shri Datta Haldankar, Secretary Sir Shri Shirish Dada Chaudhary, and CEO of CAMR Dr. Madhumita Tai Patil. The words are insufficient to thank our college principal Dr. Sanjay Jagtap for his constant guidance and support in shaping this workshop. Last but not least, I want to extend a vote of thanks to our organizing team, especially my sincerest thanks to Dr. Naomi Koneska, Professor Tanuja Kohli, Professor Sarvanna Reddy, Professor Tasdik Kadam, and the entire degree college organizing team. Once again, I would like to propose a vote of thanks to all the speakers, scholars, representatives from the industry, and a guest on behalf of the student, teaching, and non-teaching staff of the Chetna College. Thank you, everyone.
Before we wind up, there are few instructions. The teachers whose queries we were not able to address in this particular session, if they wish, they can continue with the session that we are going to have for industry. Then another important instruction that we're having, that participants are required to scan the QR code to record their feedback and avail the e-certificate. The QR code are sticked on every doors of 7th floor and 6th floor as well. So you are supposed to scan it, fill the feedback and get your e-certificate. Thank you all of you. Thank you for your cooperation.
or the laboratory furniture, etc., etc. And this workshop is made the successful with the help of 3 companies without any monetary benefit. So one is the Safe Computer Goregaon, who is help out to make this occasion successful. Second one is the smart, whatever the equipments we have. So we have such 4 classrooms at a time. The live demonstration is going on, and this is possible due to one Gurgaon made company, and they have helped us. It is on behalf of Step Computer they are working. Third one, the Hyderabad company, the blockchain, how the documentation, how your credits, how your ABC gets secured on the basis of the QR code. You can download everything in the secured manner. So it is a Hyderabad-based company. So all these 3 companies help out this workshop made successful. So we'll continue with this session for the industry, government officers, banks, and NGOs, alumni association, and all connected people with the higher education.
Thank you, sir. A very warm welcome and regards to all the dignitaries from industry, NGO, and corporate organizations. On behalf of Chetana College and Chetana Education Trust, I, Dr. Jyoti Pawar from the Department of Commerce, would like to welcome our esteemed resource person, Dr. Shivram Garje sir, Dr. Ravindra Bhambardekar sir, President of Chetana Education Trust, Pandit Hardhankar sir, and our college principal, Dr. Sanjay Jagtap sir, for this 2 days sensitization workshop on National Education Policy 2020, jointly organized by University of Mumbai and Chetana's Hazarimal Somani College of Commerce and Economics, Srimati Kusumtai Chaudhary College of Arts, under the aegis of Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, UGC, MMTIC, and RUSA. This session will try to highlight the scope of industry, NGO, and interaction with the educational institution. Such association will ensure skill development among the students and assist in collaborative research projects and set a platform for fruitful interactions. Now, before we actually begin with the session, here are a few instructions. First, the resource person will present the presentation followed by the question answer session. All the participants are required to scan the QR code at the end of the session to record their feedback and avail the e-certificate. Now let us begin with this session. Our esteemed resource person will address this NEP 2020 sensitization session. Now it's indeed my pleasure and pride to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Shivram Garje sir. Sir has done his MSc PhD from University of Mumbai and postdoctoral from University of Manchester, UK. Sir is presently acting as a Dean Science and Technology, University of Mumbai. Sir is also IC Director for Western Region Instrumentation Center, University of Mumbai, IC Director for National Center for Nanoscience and Nanotechnology, University of Mumbai. Sir is also a member of syllabus committee at UG and PG level, RRC and BOS, University of Mumbai and other universities. Sir is also president of Indian Chemical Society, Mumbai branch. Sir has published various research papers in esteemed journals, and sir is having more than 1,000 citations for his research paper. Sir, it's indeed our pleasure to have you among us as a resource person for this sensitization workshop. Now, I would request our resource person, Dr. Shivram Garje sir, to begin with the session.
So, very good evening all. Should we start? So, this particular session, amongst all the sessions, I feel that it is very, very important. The reason being for implementation of NEP 2020, among various stakeholders, the industry representatives are very, very important. Basically, NEP 2020, it has come into existence because probably at some point of time, government thought that we want to make better citizens of the India. We want to have our students which are grown in holistic manner, which have all the abilities, which are skilled manpower develop and so on. So considering that, it is very important that industry actively participate in this kind of development of the students. So considering this, NEP 2020 was framed, and I'm going to go through the various phases of development and what industry can play a role in this particular development that I will be emphasizing, because I see that many industry representatives are there. Also, I can see that there are many students sitting here. In fact, they have been attending us since morning. Thanks for that. And being, you are being students, I will be also going through the some minor details of the NEP 2020 for your benefits. So you see that Mumbai University, we conducted various rounds of the NEP sensitizations, and this is the third round under the leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Kulkarni. So as I mentioned, I will be covering these points like principles of NEP, distinctive features, national credit framework, and UG credit framework. UG credit framework, that is particularly for the student point of view, but in distinctive features, I will be giving emphasis to the point wherein industry can play very important role, and also there is something for the teachers as well, because in the earlier session we could not answer all the questions raised by the teachers. Now you see that before this particular NEP 2020 came into existence, we also had a earlier policy which was framed in 1986, which was called as National Policy of Education (NPE), which was modified later on in 1992. And this particular policy, we call it as a 10 plus 2 plus 3. That means after 10th standard student will be doing 2, that is 12th, and then UG. But now it has been restructured into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Now what is the difference? If you look at the key feature, you can see the pointer. Earlier policy was emphasizing access and equity. Now what is meaning of that? Access means that all the sectors of the society, they should get access to the education. That was the main emphasis of the earlier policy. Also another important point was equity. What is meaning of equity? Whether the student is from the poor background or from the backward class and so on, or rich class, whatever it may be, all students, they should get access, and that is the meaning of equity to the education. So these were the two important points which were highlighted or which were important in those that particular policy, which was framed in the year 1986. But now almost 34 years have passed, and then the educationists and policymakers, they thought, now we want to think of the quality education. So keeping that in mind, this particular NEP 2020 is framed. So Kasturirangan committee was formed, and then subsequently many things have happened. I will not go into detail of that. At Maharashtra state level, these are the chronological order steps taken. I will not go into again detail of those things. So the thing is that we have to realize here that NEP 2020 focuses on quality education. So when we say quality education, we are thinking of the overall development of the student, overall holistic development of student. And what is meaning of that? Earlier student used to take the degree, and imagine a situation that student has acquired degree and then he goes to industry. Was it possible that student will get a job? Probably answer is no, because he has just got the book knowledge, the theoretical knowledge. In the morning, my colleague was giving an example, like a student has done BCom, and then when he goes to the firm, like, and he is asked to do some use Tally, like simple kind of software. Student was not able to use that particular software. Suppose a student is from the chemistry background and student goes into some particular industry, was it possible for that particular student to actually start working? The answer is no. So there was always the industry and academic gap, and that particular gap has to be filled up, and keeping that in mind, various aspects were taken into account, and then this policy is framed. So usually what industry used to do is like say a new employee has joined and then give training for 5-6 months, and once he becomes sufficiently competent, then only the person was asked to actually start the work. Safety room measures and all those things the employee used to get acquainted with. So you see that those particular 6 months are they are just like we can say wasted. So we do not want to have that kind of thing. So can we have a skilled manpower wherein during the education itself, student gets sufficient skills, and as soon as he completes degree, he or she, then immediately he or she starts working, so that those 6 or 1 year gap is not wasted, it is filled. Basically, NEP 2020 is divided into 2 parts. Part 1 is about school education, part 2 is about higher education. I will not go into principles of the policy in more detail, but I want to highlight you about main distinctive features. It talks about multidisciplinarity. So what is meaning of this? Now, apart from getting employment, suppose a student want to start his or her own firm. Say, being chemist, can I start a small scale industry where the production of chemical is started, and at the same time I need to have some knowledge of the accounts and so on. Because if I want to run a business, it is not only the subject knowledge will matter, also I need to have peripheral knowledge. So if I want to have that, then multidisciplinarity approach is very, very important. So for example, being a science student, for example, I will have a major subject maybe as physics or chemistry or electronics, and along with that maybe I will have some knowledge of accounts and so on. So in that case, I will be a successful entrepreneur. So that kind of thing. So this multidisciplinarity is very, very important aspect. Maybe you might have, or you may be knowing, I am sure all of you, that Dr. Sriram Lagu, who was very popular actor, and by profession he was a doctor, but he used to act very nicely in the films. Though that was his hobby, but it was like main hobby kind of thing. So now can I have something, that kind of approach, wherein a student can not only just have that major kind of subject studied, but along with that, other subjects he can take up, and then the weightage is also given to that. So in that sense, all these aspects, multidisciplinarity is very, very important. Another thing is that NEP talks about 4-year honors or research degree. Now, what is meaning of this? The meaning of this is like so far we have been giving 3 years of the UG degree, but suppose a student is willing to go abroad for higher education, then the requirement is the student should have completed 16 years of the education, right? So in that case, what will happen is like if the student is completing UG degree, then it is 12 plus 3 as of now. So it is 15 years. So since he or she has not completed 16 years, that 15 years is of no use. So in that case, what he will be doing, he or she will be completing maybe PG further, and then that it will become 17 years. So it is neither here nor there. So if it is 15, it is of not use. If it is 17, that is of also not use. So you will be exceeding by 1 year. So now this 16-year degree, it will make at par with the foreign universities as well. Also, if it is 4-year research degree, that will give the flavor to the student, how to do research, what is research methodology and so on. So if at all you want to pursue the career as a researcher, that will be very, very useful to him or her. Now there is uniformity in the credit system. Like per semester there will be 22 credits, and overall for 3 years there will be 132 credits. One important thing we have to keep in mind is, when we say that there is a 4-year honors or research degree, that doesn't mean that the existing theory degree is scrapped. No, it is still there. If at all a student is feeling that I have completed 3 years education and then I want to exit by getting degree, that is possible. Still that is possible. If at all under certain conditions he is fulfilling, then he can go for 4th year as well, if he or she is willing. So 22 credits per semester, that is the uniformity. Actually, UGC says 20 credits is also okay. But jokingly we say that our university being quite reputed, not jokingly, but it is fact also. It is quite reputed. We say that we want to be on little higher side. So instead of 20 credits, we have gone for 22 credits, so that we can accommodate maximum number of activities taken up by the student. Another important thing is multiple entry, multiple exit. What is meaning of this? Suppose a student has taken admission in the first year of UG, say it may be maybe it be FI BSc, FI BA, FI BCom, and so on. After 1 year, suppose student feels that he want to go and work somewhere, do job, or there may be a situation wherein a student is having financially weak background. So in that case, what will happen? Student will leave education in between. So after 12th, he or she has taken admission, and then he has completed his first year. But now once he goes out in the market, his education which is considered is only 12th standard. So even though he might have distinction in the first year of a BSc or BA or BCom, but that is wastage. So we don't want to have that. So is there provision that by means of which we give some certificate or some diploma to that particular student, so that actually after first year of the BA, BCom or BSc, he goes out and then he has acquired qualification which is higher than 12, and that is recognized by the industry or firms. So that is nothing but multiple exit. And say then he works somewhere outside for 1 year, and then maybe financial condition becomes sound, and he feels that yes, I will come back and again take admission in the second year. So he takes multiple entry kind of thing. So is that possible? As per new NEP, it is possible. But as per existing education system, it was not possible. So after 2 years, he will be getting diploma and so on. So this multiple entry, multiple exit kind of system is possible. So what is it? It is nothing but like first year, he will be completing 44 credits. That means semester 1, 22 credits. Semester 2, 22 credits. So total will be 44 credits. Now student want to go out after first year. So he will have to do additional 4 credits from what is called as NSQF framework, National Quality Credit Framework, wherein he will be acquiring total 48 credits. And once he has those 4 credits acquired, then UG certificate will be given to the student, and he can go out and then seek for a job like that. If the student completes 2 years of the education, then the diploma will be given to the student, UG diploma. And then he goes out again, maybe he works for some time, comes back, take admission in the third year. After 3 years, there is no requirement of doing or acquiring additional 4 credits. You'll be having just 132 credits and then getting the degree. So you see that this multiple entry, multiple exit is very, very important aspect of NEP 2020. And also dual and joint tuning degree, that is important. So he can do 2 degrees at a time. Multi-institutional learning is possible. For example, student feels that I should do or acquire few credits from say E-Chetana college, whatever subject, say commerce or economics and those kind of things. And he want to do some credits in performing art in some other institute. So is that possible? The answer is yes. As per new NEP 2020 policy, that multi-institutional learning is possible. And how is it possible? The student will be taking admission in the host institute, maybe it is E-Chetana college, wherein he will be selecting his major subject, and then other credit which he or she has acquired, those credits are deposited in what is called as academic bank of credit. So it altogether becomes a academic bank of credit, just like our bank account or maybe CIBIL score wherein we have credit acquired. Likewise, the student will have the bank credit or academic bank of credit wherein his or her credits of the will be getting accumulated, and then the parent institute will be giving the certificate. So this multi-institutional kind of learning is important. Now another very, very important thing is credit for all student activities. अभी पहले हम लोग क्या बोलते थे, भाई आप BSc कर रहे, BA कर रहे, and suppose your major subject is say English or your major subject is economics, and if you want to play cricket, the parent will say no, first you do your study properly and then you pursue your hobbies. So nothing doing, no other activities. But now all students' activities are taken into account, and whether it is curricular, extracurricular, co-curricular, everything is accountable, and all those credits are deposited into ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. So you see, you can pursue your hobbies, you can do major studies, you can have minor subject, everything is possible. And that is something very good about NEP 2020. So as I mentioned that academic bank of credit, that is the solution for depositing the credits from acquired from various institutions. Now you see what is important is, as I mentioned earlier, like suppose you just imagine a situation that I'm just acquiring theoretical knowledge in the lab or in the classrooms. Say it is a chemistry or physics lab and I'm studying everything, all aspects of chemistry, physics, or maybe economics, psychology, philosophy, whatever. But I am not using that knowledge or I am not having hands-on training on any of these things. So is that of any use? Just imagine a situation that I have done my MBBS without practicing. And then you ask me directly to go to the operation theater and perform some operation. So patient will just be, before something happens, maybe he is gone. So that kind of thing. So having hands-on training is very, very important. And therefore, considering this, NEP 2020 has given special emphasis on what is called as vocational and skill courses. So along with your major subject, there will be a main component of vocational and skill courses, wherein you will be getting actually hands-on experience and so on. And also there is what is called as on-job training. So you will be going to industries and then you will be actually working there for some time, getting knowledge. So once you acquire that knowledge and come back and then you complete your education, go back to industries, and then you are ready to go into the market. So here my urge to the industry people is, kindly when our students come to you, please do not refuse. Usually the industry people, what they do is, because this internship is of say for 1 month, 2 months, and so they will say, no, if you send only for 6 months or 1 year, then only we will accommodate them. But time being, we have started with about 1 month, that is 120 hours. So please cooperate and accommodate our students, and slowly something will happen and we'll come out with maybe better system. Because ultimately industry is also going to get benefited. How? Because once they get hands-on training and once they come back to you again, then your training period is now curtailed. You will not have to give the training to them because already they are acquainted with the technique, the system. Okay. What is important is to have that on-field knowledge. I was giving one example in the morning, like Garoari Institute of Career Education and Development in the Mumbai University. They run courses like tourism management, pen technology, retail management. So wherein what is done, we send students to the, for example, student is from the tourism, we send students to the Thomas Cook, Kesari Tours, and so on. If student is from retail management, we send student to DMart and those kind of stores. For pen technology, we send student to say Asian Paints, Nerolac, and so on. So they work there for some time, get hands-on training, and many times the industries also provides some fellowship amount to them. Now during their work there in that particular industry, sometimes they are so happy with some of the students, then they tell us that this particular student is very good, kindly once he or she completes the course, please send back to us. So you see that industry is saving time on the training of the students. So in that sense, I am urging the industry people over here that please do accommodate our students when they come to you for the internship or what is called as on-job training. Now opening of IKS universe is very, very important. I can see one Guruji is there sitting over here, and Indian knowledge system is very, very rich. You see, okay, usually West is best, that is our concept. And like somebody was reading my biodata and I have done postdoc from Manchester, foreign. So maybe some of you feel, oh, great person. अगर यही हम इंडिया में करते तो नहीं यार नथिंग. तो हमें ऐसा हमेशा लगता है कि वेस्ट इज बेस्ट. नो, नथिंग लाइक दैट. If you look at the ancient Indian culture scientifically, then you will find many facts and figures which are so enriching and they are so, you see that zero was invented in India. Pythagoras theorem, we give credit to Pythagoras. but before that it was existing over here. Atom, we say Dalton's atomic theory, but Kanad was the person over here who talk about Anu, Renu and all those things. So whatever is scientifically proven, only you take that. Susutra was known for the operations. Shalya Visharad. So you see that Indian knowledge system is very, very great in that sense. So that doesn't mean that you blindly take everything. Whatever is scientifically proven, whatever scientific proofs are there, to take that, so that you will, will also feel something great about it. And it is very, very important that our young generation gets acquainted with that. The inclusion of value-based dimension. Do we want only our kids to get the degrees and earn monies? The answer is no. We want that our young generation, future generation, they should have some values, ethics in them. That nationality feeling that should be there. Then and then only it is like a overall development of a student. So keeping that in mind, sound and universal human values for global citizenship. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, and how that we are going to acquire, provided we inculcate all those values in our young generation. So therefore it is very important. Promotion of Indian languages, along with the English as a communication language, student can also opt for the regional languages as well. And you see that usually at least we people have studied from the vernacular medium, and our experience is that understanding concepts in the vernacular medium, it is more easy. And later on, of course, English becomes the language of communication. But that doesn't mean I am undermining any language. Okay. Now, having said this, what I want to do now, I want to have a student studied having in-depth knowledge of one of the subjects. For example, it can be economics, or it can be sociology. Apart from that, I want that student should have some additional knowledge of some other subject. Also, I want that student should have some knowledge of his or her hobby. I also want that student should also have knowledge of the Indian knowledge system. I want student also should have pursued co-curricular activities. So you see that I want overall holistic development of a student. So how is it possible? The answer is NEP 2020 has come out with a very nice, beautiful solution, wherein all these dimensions are fit into 6 verticals. Like vertical 1, it is a major. Now what is it? Suppose I want to do, say, BSc in chemistry, BSc in statistics. So I will choose my major as that particular subject. You want to do, say, BA in Hindi. So you choose major as that particular subject. Then what is your minor? Minor is nothing but some other subject. Along with, say, Hindi, you can take Urdu, or you can take Sanskrit, or if it is a science background, you can take physics as a major, maths as a minor, and so on. Now what is open elective? Open elective is nothing but it is the subject from some other faculty. As I mentioned, suppose I am from science background and then I want to know something about economics, then I will be taking some subject from there. Or suppose there is a student from humanity, sociology, psychology, history, and so on. And then he feels sometimes the question arises, since morning till night, evening, I am using, say, toothpaste, soap, brush, everything. And everything is made up of chemicals. So what is it? And therefore, I want to know something about chemistry. And therefore, you see that there is a subject framed by BOS of the chemistry. It is called as chemistry in everyday life. And we see many wonders of the physics also. So physics, they have framed a syllabus called as wonders of physics. So suppose you are a student of Marathi, but you want to know something about physics. In that case, what will be happening? You can take Marathi as a major and maybe wonders in physics as a minor. Likewise. So you see that this is also taken into account. Now vertical 4 is nothing but vocational skill courses and skill enhancement. So what we want? along with your major, we want to impart what is called as skills to you. And why skills? Because once you complete the course, actually you do have hands-on training so that you go to the market and you immediately get some job. Ultimately, what is the objective of the education? पहले तो हम बोलते थे टू एक्वायर द नॉलेज, वो हमारे जमाने में शायद, अभी ऐसा नहीं. First thing has become that to seek the job, nothing wrong in that. So to acquire the knowledge, to seek the job. After that, maybe to become entrepreneur, to start own business, right? So maybe these three objectives are there. Out of these three, seeking job or getting job is very, very important. So considering this, having a skill knowledge, that is very important. And therefore, this particular vertical 4 is important. Vertical 5 is ability enhancement. Can you, put your thoughts into words, or can you speak in regional languages? Like in the morning, sir was giving an example, like you go to Konkan region and you want to do some business over there. Your English is very nice and you start speaking there in English. Your business will be collapse. So we want to have the ability enhancement and the communication over there in the regional languages. So that all those things are taken into account in vertical 5. And apart from that, there is IKS and so on. And vertical 6 is where also very important, on-job training. Wherein again I am saying that industry is coming into picture, that you will be going into industries and pursuing your hands-on training over there. Now you see that all these 6 verticals are taking into account overall growth of the student. So what you will have to do? You will have to choose major subject, minor subject. Related to that, there is a skill development course, and then apart from that, you can have open electives and so on. Right. Maybe just for the quickly I will go through this. Little scary, but don't worry about this. What is national credit framework that is shown in this particular table? So right from the birth of the child, almost, okay. The student goes to nursery. So nursery, senior KG, junior KG, all those things. So that is graded at 0.1. Those levels are there. Then first standard, second standard. So everything is there. But forget about that. We are talking about level 4.5. So when you come to the UG level first year, it is called as UG. That is 4.5 level first year. Second year it is 5, and then 5.5. And if at all you are going to next level, then it is a 6. Now what is the condition for going into the level 6? Condition is that you should have a CGPA of 7.5 or more. If you want to pursue research, okay, UG by research, then that particular college should have at least 2 research guides. That is a requirement. So all these conditions are there if you want to go for 4th year of the education. Right. So as I mentioned, you see that suppose you complete 3 year of the UG. So UG is possible 3 year or 4 year. But you complete 3 year UG, then for you still that 2 year PG is open. So you can go for 2 year PG. But 2 year PG, suppose you want to quit. What it means? That suppose you have completed BA and now you have taken admission in MA and you just complete MA part 1. There you will get PG diploma. If you complete 2 years, it is PG degree. Likewise. So at every stage, whether it is UG or PG, exit option is there. And that is very good. Only condition is that you will have to complete your education within 7 years. And that is the condition. The assessment is 40% internal, 60% external, and so on. And electives basket is given. So student may be willing to do maybe performing art. Somebody may would like to study music and something like that. So lot of electives are given, and that is very important. Research methodologies are there because research projects are there of 10 credits, and wherein the research methodology is important. Yeah. Now, I will not go into this, that how Mumbai University frame syllabi and all those things. Only thing is that I would like to highlight over here, because some industry people are there and students are there. Just keep in mind that when we say OE, it is other electives or open electives, VST vocational skill, AC skill enhancement, and all those terminologies are there. You will get this in the NEP document. So now what we want to do? We want to have all these verticals. So we have given freedom to the colleges that you go for single subject as a major, or two subject combination, or three subject combination. So in single subject combination, you can see over here the semester 1 mandatory 6 credits. Then we have open elective. There is no minor. Now what is open elective? Open elective is nothing but you have to take the open elective from apart from your own faculty. If you belong to humanities, you will have to take from science or commerce. If you are from commerce, from science or humanities. For science, from humanities or commerce, likewise. So it has to be different. Then we have vocational skill course, that is the fourth vertical. The vocational skill is nothing but it will give you something like a practical experience. And then we have ability enhancement, IKS, and all those things. And in the next, we have OGT field project, wherein you will be actually going on the field or in the industries and so on, and you will be acquiring the field knowledge over there, which will increase your employability. So likewise, you see that 22 credits in the first semester, 22 in second, and total becomes 44 credits. Now, after first year, suppose you want to exit. So what is the exit option? You will be getting UG certificate in major. Suppose you are UG certificate or you have done history as a major. So you will be UG certificate in history. That particular certificate you will be getting. But for that, what you will have to do? You will have to acquire 4 additional credits from National Credit Framework, whatever is given there. If you go to second year, that is semester 3 and 4, you see that the major credits have increased, and then there are minor credits which are less, and other subjects are there. So again 44, and then this is how we get total 88 credits. And then again you can have a second year exit option, wherein you will be getting UG diploma in your particular major subject. That is what. So this is how you see that at every year there is an exit option, and again there obviously there is an entry option. After 3 years, the cumulative grade they become 132, and then you will be getting degree in that particular subject. But again, remember that degree is not just in the major, it will be like a combination that you have done BSc in say physics and minor in statistics. So major and minor combination will be given on the certificate likewise. And if at all you are willing to go for the 4th year of the education, then that is also possible, provided you have that 7.5 CGPA and your college is PG recognized. If you want to go for research, there are at least 2 research guides and so on. So that is nothing but semester 7 and 8 likewise. For some colleges, they have given preference to what is called as M1 and M2 system. That means student can go for 2 subjects at a time in the first year. In the second year, he will be dropping out. Suppose I have taken say history and sociology in the first year. Then in the second year, I feel no, I want to keep only sociology, no history. So I will go ahead with sociology as a major, and history will be dropped, and likewise. But other components are all the time there. On-job training, VSc, SCC, all are there. So M1, M2 system, what is the advantage? That you can drop the subject in the second year. In M1 also it is possible. Your minor can become major, provided you do the additional credits in minor, and then it will become equivalent to the major. That is possible. In M1 system also, that is possible. M1 is nothing but 1 subject. M1, M2 is nothing but 2 subjects. Okay. So this is how it happens. Now, in the morning, Honorable VC Sir was mentioning that from government we have received some instructions, and then we came out with another kind of provision that if a college is willing, then you can go for M1, M2, M3 system, just like the conventional system which we have now. Say from science, we can select physics, chemistry, math, stats, and additional something. Or from say humanities, maybe history, sociology, economics. So those kind of, not economics, something real, political science. And those three combinations are possible. And then as you go to the second year, then you see you can drop one of this subject. Now here, suppose the M1 is physics and M2 is chemistry and M3 is mathematics. Then any one of these can become major in the second year. Even M3 can become M1 over here. It doesn't mean that first you have taken physics, that doesn't mean that M1 will be physics only. Suppose you want to carry on with mathematics, that can become M1. So in the second year, one more, you have dropped one subject, and in the third year, one more subject you will be dropping. You see over here that now the first subject is your major. Likewise. But what is important is, unlike our existing system, these all other verticals, they are there. Open elective is there, vocational skill is there, AEC, OJT is there. And all these kind of additional distinctive features, they are enabling students get knowledge so sufficient that they can directly go into market and they can become employable, which is maybe prime objective of this. Okay, I am quickly showing here that how it is done. That suppose you are going for one subject approach, then this subject they are unaided, biotechnology, computer science, applied biology, and so on. They are usually colleges have opted for M1 kind of thing, single major. Some of the autonomous colleges they have chosen two subjects, and then this is our conventional combination. I'm sorry, I'm showing for the science, but likewise humanities and other things are also available on the university website. For commerce, they have gone for the M1 system. So just to summarize, you see that this NEP 2020, it takes into account overall growth of the students, and basically in all the stakeholders, whether it is the industry, whether it is the teachers, whether they are parents, society, and also I understand that there are some NGOs over here. All they can play a key role, because ultimately we want to see that our future generation is properly grown, and that's what we want. So considering this, I feel that this NEP 2020 is very good in that sense. Certainly there can be some practical difficulties in executing it, but slowly we'll overcome as the time goes ahead. And yeah, with this I thank over, and if there are questions, we will be happy to answer, myself and my colleagues.
Thank you, sir. I hope the delegates from industry, corporate organization, and LGO will positively adhere to the very important requirement of NEP of accommodating our students for on-the-job training. Now the session is open for question and answers. Anybody having any question, can you please raise your hand?
I want to call upon Mr. Satish Kumar Ojela, and he is heading the Sapphire system, and how technology helps the higher education in the upcoming era. So I will call upon to give brief idea about the blockchain and how it can be helpful to digitize the documentation and the secured way of the documentation, please.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, I would like to thanks, Chetana institution and Mumbai University for giving us this wonderful opportunity to be present here. Yes. Yeah. Yes, sir. So, yeah, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us this wonderful opportunity to be present here and also give our views on what is happening across the globe, especially in terms of the technology implementation in education. So as all of you know here and most of you are highly educated and academicians. So please forgive me if in case if I'm trying to tell you anything beyond, what is happening around. So first of all, I would like to take 1 minute to explain how our company journey has started in education industry itself. So our core founder is from REC in India, and after completion of education, he has moved to US. And ever since, he's been trying to put something back to the nation. So, right? So he went overseas, he earned a lot of money, and he developed a lot of technology and all. But then he realized to give back to the nation, see, the best way would be something towards the education. Because where most of the students or the technology or the educational institutions will be benefited. So he started with the tech company, and though we have LMS, online examinations and all those things, but the core important thing is we have developed something very unique that is called blockchain based technology. So what exactly this technology is, most of us know about blockchain as only a Bitcoin, right? Maybe the young guys, they know that, they do the trading and all, the Bitcoin. But there is a very good, wonderful technology. The blockchain is basically a tamper-proof technology. So that means you cannot easily hack the data. So conventionally, the database is stored in a single place and you can easily hack it. But the blockchain is the same data is stored in multiple places across the globe. So hacking it is very difficult. So that is actually the technology in nutshell. So using this technology, we have now coming out with the digital transcripts or digital certificates or digital degrees. So most of us know that there are a lot of fake certificates across the globe, right? And especially India is very famous for that. And outside India, when you go, people look at you that, the country's name is being, spoiled unnecessarily. So if any institution is using a blockchain technology, we are giving a message to the world that we are conducting our business very transparently and we are very fair, right? So that kind of image building also happens when we use this kind of technologies, and it is very transformative. Example, people, students who want to go overseas, nowadays they are taking transcripts, right? So the transcript, you come here, apply for transcript, university gives you, you courier it, and it will go to the other university, and they will come back for verification, right? All this takes a lot of time. But within a second, if you come to the university website, apply for e-transcript. So we can deliver you in couple of seconds, and the same thing you can deliver it to the other university. So all these things will happen within minutes. Now you can see that how the technology transformation is happening, and we are trying to put ourselves there to help the educational institutions for a better India. So thanks a lot, sir. So it is your initiative that we are here, and thanks a lot for everyone. Thank you, sir. Bye.
The bank also plays an important role how the education loan is offered and how they plays important role in the maintaining the ecosystem of the higher education. So I call upon the State Bank of India representative and Mr. Abhay Joshi, he should give the inputs regarding the bank loans and all these things. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, sir. I am honored because I am a ex-Chetnite. I passed my BCom in 1985 from Chetna College. So my name is Abhay Joshi. I am Assistant General Manager in State Bank of India. This was ekdam offhand, so I'm not very prepared. But then, yes, related to the subjects, first and foremost is the education loan. So students interested in education loan, nowadays it has been very streamlined. You can see the banking has changed over decades. Now it is all alternate channels and we don't require to go to the branches most of the time. Similarly, in the loan processing, of course, yes, you have to visit the branch or the processing center. But once the documentation is done, I mean, education loan has become very simple and very systematic, procedural. Rates of interest differ bank to bank, but then the procedure is almost the same. We have various schemes for the undergraduates up to post-graduation, and we have a global advantage scheme which gives a credit of almost 1.5 crores for students to go overseas and study overseas. So that's it. I think. Exactly, sir. Actually, yeah. In fact, we don't differentiate. We have education loan for all levels of graduation, all type of courses. That is already there, sir. Anyway, thank you, sir.
Mr. Anup, actually, his company is Giken. This is the product, and he has brought for Chetna free of cost to demonstrate and how the industry can help out and the higher education in the technology and customized education, how it plays important role in the blended education. And he's representative of the Giken, Mr. Anup. So I welcome, call upon to say a few words.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to show our products here. And we are Jikan. And Jikan is a manufacturer OEM company from last. We are manufacturer smart classroom products, virtual classroom products, and furnitures, institutional furnitures. And we are system integrators also for AV products. And we are complete solution products, solution providing products of auditorium, audio visuals, and so, we are basically an Gurgaon-based, Delhi-based company, and we have a partner in Mumbai. Whose name is Stap Computer. We are working with Stap Computer here in Maharashtra, and we are working to many universities in Maharashtra also, like YMCU and here in Chetna University. So thank you, sir, so much for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
So due to this technology, we have right from the morning we have live session is open to public in the form of the YouTube. So such kind of technology, how we can reaches to masses of the society, and it can be useful in the day-to-day life. So one more from Mira Road. आप हाँ ये चेक नहीं ते पगड़ी वाले हाँ please come
Thank you, sir. I'm unprepared for this, sir. Well, thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. Well, I was with IDBI Bank for around 11 years. I worked with Lions also, including Thomas Cook also. And we have hired students regularly from Chetna. What I sincerely believe is that OJT program, it is the headache of the industry. Industry has to take students and put them as interns. We have recently hired around 5 interns from Chetna around 2 months back, and they have been on an internship program for around 5 months. And we have paid them stipend also. So even if you pay them little stipend, what matters is the training what they get in the industry. So I would request every industry member, our counterparts also from the industry, that give the opportunity to the students, be it BCom, BMS or MBA or anything. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So one more person from the Bhivandi, Shantivardhan Rajji, and he want to share the views on ICAS, Indian Knowledge System, and how they can incorporate the Indian culture, Indian heritage, and how you can tie up with them to establish the Indian knowledge system. So please welcome.
Thank you so much, Sanjay sir, and all the dignitaries present here for giving me an opportunity. So I am from ISKCON Temple, ISKCON Juhu, and we have many programs going on for the youth especially. So as we are aware, our Vedic culture was based on the Holy Scriptures. And the Holy Scriptures teaches about beyond the body, there is soul. And Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita on various topics like when Arjuna is asking how to control the mind, Chanchalam Himana Krishna Pramati Balvadranam. So when we are speaking about you have put a slide in the inculcating values in the youth. So we are not only just generating future students who are just be earning money for themselves, but having good values in their life. So we have nice programs going on, every monthly seminars going on. So we have already put some posters in Chetna College. So the seminar ended yesterday only. So every month we will be putting new posters here for the seminar. These seminars are based on the Holy Scripture, especially Bhagavad Gita, especially designed for the youth. And everyone can participate in that. And we also want to go in every college, each and every college. The founder Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada Ji, he opened 108 temples across the globe in 1960s. So his vision was that every school, every college should have Holy Scriptures in their libraries, so that the student, they get an opportunity to understand about their own self, about the mind. Because science does not teach us it. The NASA, the big scientists, they are trying to reach to stars, and they are making different theories that there is life on other planets. But what is happening with our planet? We see that because of global warming, every year the heat is increasing. So there is a need of plantation. There is need of, as you said, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that God consciousness has to become in everyone. So I would like to request all the faculty present here, if they can allow us to come and have a session there, if not monthly, that at least allow us for every year one session where we can make posters, do a publicity, and we will give a seminar with a slideshow and a scientific presentation on Holy Scriptures. And we can teach some values, like we do mantra meditation, so how to control the mind, and open eye meditation. All these things we would like to definitely teach to all of you. Thank you so much who are present here. I'm having some posters. I'll keep it, to give to them. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
one of our alumni, Snehal Shewale, she is working in Titan, and she came for this workshop, how she can help out the students of Chetna, and she want to share some expertise in the field of higher education. So please welcome Snehal Shewale.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. Today, standing here as an alumni and being an ex-Chetna student. Being an ex-Chetna student, let me start my few words from this. After completing the graduation, when we actually entered the industry, we find out that we were the bookworms. We were the bookworms because there were a lot of things that we needed to be studied. We was not knowing what the communication skills are. We were not knowing how to stand even confidently in front of the 10 people around. Today, I believe more than 50 people are there in this room. This was a struggle initially, just after graduation. Later on, things did change for me. Luckily, I did have very good professors like Nikum sir, Prashant Bhagat sir, and my other teachers being here. Today, I'm a retail training manager with Titan. Before this, I have been worked as a training executive with me and moms, and prior to that, deputy manager into grievance with Tata AIG General Insurance. I have even shared my one of the experience with Jagtap sir in my last meeting with him. Initially, I was knowing very well that I am been very much talented with my communication skills, with my public speaking skills, but yes, I was not knowing what to do with that because that knowledge or that understanding was not given by anyone. We was knowing what was commerce, we was knowing the maths formulas and many other things, but what actually needed by the industry was not known to us. And I believe many industrialists sitting here having decades of experience can agree with me on this. Basis this, after me going through this experience, understanding that I've started working, I have completed my postgraduate diploma in training and development from ISTD Delhi. And yes, just after completing it, I did approached sir saying, sir, this is my experience. Just after completing my graduation, I faced that we are not ready for the industry. And when I say we are not ready for the industry, it does not say that we don't have the knowledge. We do have it, but we don't know how to execute it. And on a personal level, I believe human is a kinesthetic learner. We learn by doing the things, right? Learning by doing is what the actual human tendency or Homo sapiens, the way we are. So yes, even in my today training sessions also, I focus more on experiential learning. If today in Titan, anytime I'm conducting a product training, I'm sincerely telling you all, I don't believe in PPTs. I'll fetch out the product, I'll keep it in front of my team, I'll ask them to first explain me the particular thing, what they know, so that I'll be able to make understand what I know and what they know, the gap, and then I fill it. So yes, experiential learning is very much important. I believe sir has also been put in much of light on that OJT is very important for today's team. Also the way sir said, the new national education policy, which is coming up and actually focusing on the hobbies and activities. Because as I said, I was knowing my skills, but don't know what to do with that. Right? If this national education policy will really help the students to understand and to work on their talent, their skills, to enhance them, then definitely every student coming out of the college will be ready for the industry, sir. Will be ready for the industry. Because I'm very sincerely telling you, we were not ready for the industry. We were just having, I'm sorry to say this, a piece of a paper which called degree. I'm sorry to say this, sir. But yes, This new National Education Policy 2020 is giving an opportunity for all the upcoming students to be industry ready. They will be, because we really wasted a good amount of time in struggling to understand what to go and where to go. I believe that some of them will agree with me on this part, right? But later on, somewhere or other, because there was a fire in the belly, we did got the path. But yes, the timed which consumed would have helped us to reach it much earlier. So yes, thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. Thank you so much for having such a good faculties, and thank you so much for this new National Education Policy 2020, which is actually going to help all of the students to get on the track at the right time. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Anybody? So our alumni, Mr. Senchin Khedekar would like to say something.
I have seen from last 1 hours regarding the National Education Policy 2020, there are so many opportunities for the students that I have missed for our education period. And that's why we are forming to encourage the students. So we have formed the last 3 years back, the Alumni Association for the Chetana Alumni Association. We have registered NGO as the Chetana Alumni Association. And we are doing so much activity for the student encouragement in actual education field. In Corona times, there are so many students are missing their education due to the fees, due to the so many articles they require. So we are supporting the colleges. We are supporting the individual students for paying their fees, encourage them for the part-time jobs, encourage them for the giving the tax. So this is one of the giving back to the society. And our student alumni are so many in countries, so many in industries, even in airport, LIC, banking, educations. So it is a great support from association. You can't believe within 1 year we have having so much fun and to support the Chetana students and for the so many activities. So thank you, Principal Sir and Lankar Sir also to supporting us to give the opportunity. Nikum Sir will be the main task force and he is providing the proper guidance to how to coordinate with the students, college and alumni association. So we are doing so many activities, and in future also we are giving our helping hands to college and society. Thank you, sir.
Yes, now the session is open for question answers.
Extremely interesting session. So thank you very much. And I'd like to thank my MMK College Principal, Kishori, for having asked me to come and represent the college and as an alumni and also a Rotary partner with them because we have a Rotaract club in the college. So, Snehal, all right. Talking about not being ready for the future and for the industry. See, what education gives us is something different from what we actually have to practice in the real life. But it does set the base for us. And we are always so very grateful to the alumni over here who have taught us and made us reach where we are. But at the same time, there are other aspects which are required in the education process, which is what can be given by other organizations like, let's say, typically I will say Rotary because I am representing Rotary and the college. So we have a Rotaract club which gives you a platform for the students to be there and run their own organization, that is Rotaract, under the guidance of the college stewardship of any of the designated professors, and it helps them build the culture of organizing, planning, executing, finance arrangements, everything put together. Other than that, this is as far as what you mentioned. Other than that, what I find is from the industry point of view, at Rotary, we have these industry melas or placement melas or job melas, whatever you want to call them, where we invite companies to come and interview participants which come from various Rotary clubs, colleges, etc. And jobs have been, quite a few jobs have been given. But with this new thing, as she rightly said, it will be more focused, it will be more professionally done as far as the job is concerned. Very often you find a person going to give a job. You see, as much as it is difficult for a person to acclimatize himself into a particular situation, it is equally difficult for an organization to employ somebody who's going to leave in the next 2 months. All right. So without any base, it is a waste of time for that child who is coming over there, and finance and inputs given by the organization. So it's a both way. I mean, nobody's benefiting out of the whole thing. It's a not win-win, but a lose-lose situation. Other than that, I think, sir, we would always be happy to have something like this in your organization, in your college over here. And I wish all the students all the very best. Maybe you may not get the direct benefit of what is going to be happening, but definitely we all see a better future for India. Thank you.
Any students want to share their views or want to ask clarification, justification on the national education policy to the expert? Or any industry person want to ask any query to our expert? Because this sensitization is mainly arranged to the stakeholders. So everybody should take part actively. Because the NAP is line up with the global scenario. So why the India having the 142 crore population lagging behind? And that's why there are 700 universities across the country. But none of the university is the first 10, first 5, first 50. And that's why this NAP is the new era, is a new dawn. We can change the Indian heritage. And that's why everybody has to share their contribution. We can say it is a Kharija Vata. And that's why this sensitization program is organized by the Mumbai University, because in the NAP, University of Mumbai is the pioneer in building not only the syllabus, the policy itself. And that's why we are also part and parcel of the University of Mumbai. So anybody want to ask any question?
I would like to ask one question that after 13th, is there an opportunity of shifting the students? Suppose the stream is science or maybe arts, and the 14th, that person wants to shift to the commerce, want to change the stream. Is it possible under NAP? Or after maybe after 11th, 12th, can he or she shift the stream? Because being a career counselor, many times a question comes, is it possible? Because many times what happens after 10, on the basis of percentage, or maybe somebody says that want to go ahead with this stream, but afterwards they recognize that after 1 year that this is not my stream, I want to change it. But what happened? They have to again come back to the 11th and then have to do 12th. So is it possible under NAP?
If you see the National Education Policy 2020, basically your education just leave about pre-primary, etc. Basically, it is in the two levels. One is a school level, which comes up to 12th. And higher education starts after 12th. So whatever have in mind regarding the second question, after 11, 12, it will go. Till the 11, 12, there will be nothing like arts, commerce, science. So second question is over. Only after 12th, he will go to the higher education. When he will go to the higher education, he has to decide about his major. Now the first question, your first question, afterwards whether I can switch over from arts. If you read the new education policy, national education policy, they don't want the compartment of arts, science and commerce separately. Absolutely not. Within few years, you will see that all your degrees will be just like Western countries. It will be BS and MS, Bachelor of Accountancy, Bachelor of Mathematics, Master of Physics, Master of so and so. So there will be nothing called as a BCom, BA or BSc in the days to come. Today, yes, it is there. Now I will come in detail about whether you can change in between. See, all your graduation is based on your majors. When you enter first year of your undergraduation, you have to decide in which subject you want to do your career. At that time, you may have a mathematics, you can do BCom with mathematics, you can do BSc with mathematics. So mathematics is your major, you have to decide the subject. By any chance, if you could not, in NEP, what is the meaning of major is, out of entire your curriculum, for graduation, 3 years, per year 44 credits, so 132 credit is the graduation course credit. You complete 132 credits, you are the bachelor. Out of that, if you complete 50% credit in a particular subject, you get that degree. So if in the second year you think that I don't want accountancy, but I want in the management, yes, you can do it. But in the 3 years course, you have to complete more than 50% credit in that particular subject. It may happen that because of you have taken the decision late, you may not have left out that much credits, but in that case, you have to get additional credit regarding that subject, and you can do that.
तुमचा जो क्वेश्चन आहे ना, आता ह्या नवीन एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीमध्ये असं बॅरियर नाही आहे. हे आर्ट्स, कॉमर्स, सायन्स वगैरे सरांनी सांगितलं इज ओपन, इट इज स्टुडंट फ्रेंडली पॉलिसी. व्हॉट एव्हर स्टुडंट वॉन्ट दे कॅन ऑप्ट. त्यामुळं तसं काही नाही, स्विचवर तर पहिल्या ह्याच्यातून तुम्हाला हे येईल. फक्त काय की स्टुडंटच्या लायकिंगप्रमाणे स्टुडंटनं हे घ्यायचं आहे. हे नवीन आहे, पुढं पुढं जसं जाईल तसं त्यामध्ये बदल अपेक्षित आहेत, चेंजेस होतील, एरर्स होईल, स्ट्रेंथनिंग होईल.
Yes, any other question? Yes, I think so we have come to the end of the session. So I would request our Vice Principal. I would request our Vice Principal, Krishna Nikum sir, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good evening all. So finally, this is the time to end the day one's session 3. In fact, this session I found more important because here if you look at the audience, we have got academicians, we have got future citizens of this nation, or you can say global citizens, and corporate industry, bankers, and people from different sectors. First of all, let me thank the Malvi Mission Center for Teachers Training Center, RUSA, Mumbai University, and E-Chetana College Management for allowing us to conduct this kind of workshop. 2 days workshop. Today is day 1. Then when I look at today's session, the resource persons, Dr. Garje sir and Dr. Bambadekar sir, they have explained the entire NEP and related, you can say, queries of the members in a very simple manner. The presentation by Dr. Garje sir was a little bit technical, and many people from industry, they may not understand in the, first presentation. Even many students may not understand, but this is very interesting. Like our dignitaries on the dais, they have explained the importance of education. Since internet has changed the whole world, and now by sitting in your own country, you can complete the formalities related to all other things like your employment, your education, right? In a country which is almost 12 to 15,000 kilometers from here. And that's very interesting. Then what our industry partners, I think Mr. Satish Ojala sir has explained about the blockchain application in education. That's really needed, because when we look at our Indian scenario, many documents are forged, they are manipulated, and sometimes the data management is a big question, it's a big challenge. Here are some bankers even, they also know that even in banking, suppose if my first account was opened 25 years back, they may not have that record in the branch, and then again we have to search from here and there. So this is the need of the hour to take care of all these kind of things. At the same time, I really, on behalf of college, I really thank our service providers of this digital systems, because you can see we a couple of members are sitting here in this hall, but many people, they are in the session digitally, virtually, by using YouTube or other devices, facilities, you can say. Then I thank Abhay Joshi sir for making us aware of the banking facilities and what kind of loans are available for our students, needy students. Sir, our request to you is, if possible, sometimes we can have a special awareness session for our students, because when we look at our students during the admissions, we find it very difficult to, they are really, especially this college, students are from lower middle class, or you can say lower class economical background. So this kind of banking initiatives will help us to grow. Then one of our, two of our, in fact 3, even Abhay Joshi sir also belongs to this college. Then I go to Snehal. Snehal was also like ordinary. We have seen her journey from ordinary to extraordinary, how she has grown in the last couple of years. So this is a very good example. If the proper training is given, or if a person is interested, we can grow like anything. Then Mr. Sachin Khedekar, who is always available for this college, and he brings new ideas, even he is ready to help to students, those who are in need, different kind of needs. Then other members, like, I think, sir, you are from IDBI Bank, if I'm not wrong. IDBI Bank, right. And then Rotary and Rotary Club, last member. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for your inputs in the today's session. We thank you very much for making this session successful. Our sincere thanks to our management, and Haldankar sir, thank you very much for sparing your whole day and motivating us. Our honest secretary, Shirish Bhai, Shirish Dada, what we call, due to his other unscheduled assignment, he left for the day early. He has given us his, he has graced this function in the morning only. Then Madhumita Tai, who has also graced this occasion in the morning session. And finally, our organizing committee, students, teaching, non-teaching staff, everyone, we thank you very much for making this session and this whole day successful. Thank you very much.
There are small announcement before we actually wind up with the session. High tea will be served in the classroom itself. So you all are supposed to be seated for high tea. Then after that, the certificate, you will be getting e-certificate. For that, you are supposed to scan the QR code which is there on the doors of all the rooms on this particular floor. So now we will wind up this session. We have come to the end of day 1 of this 2 days NEP sensitization program with the playing of national anthem. I would request all the dignitaries to kindly stand up for the national anthem.
Only national anthem.